Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Monday night, and you know what that means. That means WWE RAW kicking off another week in wrestling. Going to be a fun one, folks. Make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you say hello to the Wrestling for Life Network. It's going to be a fun one. We got lots to get into, lots to talk about. The Elimination Chamber is around the corner, folks. So make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you WWE RAW tonight. Another good show, another packed show, lots of qualifiers, lots of interest, lots to talk about. Plus, we had a crazy weekend in wrestling as well. We're going to talk all about it. The IWC, a buzz as always. We're going to dive into that fun stuff. I see that chat blowing up already. We want to see triple digits in the chat here tonight. So make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend, as me and this pretty face got you for the next 2 hours plus as we dive into all of the wrestling. But it's going to be a good one, folks. I will remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and my guy, I'm excited for what I'm assuming is the main event tonight of Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. Because to me, I'm wondering, does Roman get involved and screw over Seth? Does Finn get this fabled push that he was supposed to get many moons ago?
Right.
Does someone new for the Judgment Day debut show up, turn, what have you?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of questions and I mean, a lot of intrigue. We saw how the Rumble played out. So how will this go now? Now that we're here, does Seth get into the Elimination Chamber? Add another very interesting name to the chamber. Where's, Roman is out indefinitely. Where does he lie in all this? What is any, if any, build are we going to get for Elimination Chamber? But beyond Elimination Chamber with Mania on the horizon, who's coming, who's going, who's going to be involved? So lots of question marks. I could see Finn sneaking into this. There's history with a couple other people, but right. Seth seems like the most likely. But my guy, it should be a really good match. I mean, the women's side of things, we're looking at Roxanne taking on Raquel. I believe Roxanne's getting in. I believe it's her time. So, yeah, a lot of questions here going into this one tonight.
Yeah, but does Raquel get in knowing that she's now, prime suspect number 1 or number 2 when it comes to taking out Jade after SmackDown, and she'd be in there with Bianca and Naomi?
Very good question. Now, that is a high possibility. I have felt like somehow the Bailey Roxy thing continues. So Roxanne getting in and kind of messing with Bailey in the chamber works really well for her as well. Maybe this, I know Naomi and Bianca are going to be on the show tonight. We don't know what they're up to. They could cost Raquel in the other direction, right? Prevent her from getting into the chamber.
Oh, absolutely. That makes a ton of sense. And like you said, if you continue on the Roxanne Bailey thing, it makes perfect sense. That she gets the win. And then you can have that feud play out still in the chamber.
Yeah, 100%. So again, lots of question marks going into tonight. It's been a funny overall kind of week in wrestling, but a lot of good stuff happened. Vengeance Day, solid show. Grand Slam, a lot to talk about with that one. We're definitely going to touch on that as we go through here today, folks. But make sure you get in that chat. If you haven't clicked the like button, make sure you do so. Don't forget, we appreciate all the love all the time. But if you can share this with your people, we would greatly appreciate it as our numbers are soaring. They continue to climb. But right now, sitting at 78 likes pre-show. So let's see if we can get that to 100 before Raw even starts tonight. So you got 22 minutes to pull that off.
There you go. And I think you need more than 22. But I was trying to do math on the fly and I failed math. But yes, folks, 100% spread the good gospel of wrestling out there. Have a conversation with the congregation, all of that fun stuff.
100%. Now, other things going on tonight. Penta continues kind of his introduction into the WWE universe. Pete Dunne should be a fun match. A very interesting matchup, but it should be good. I imagine another win for Penta, unless something interesting happens. But we're doing well with Penta so far.
Oh, that's a fantastic matchup right there. You have Pete Dunne back as being Pete Dunne and not Butch anymore, and you get him who's notorious for knuckle breaking and finger snapping and everything like that.
Right.
You know, going up against Penta, that's got the sacrifice and all that. So I think on paper, and yeah, hello, my friend. But all companies aside and everything, this is a fantastic match on paper.
Yeah, I mean, again, I like what they've done with Penta. I think you're hard pressed to find, other than the people who are like, I can't believe we did a main event. We don't care. Penta's doing just fine. Feels like a star, selling lots of masks, selling lots of merch. So he's doing well. We also get the return. AJ Styles gets back in the ring. Dirty Dom Dom. Again, should be a fun match. Lots of boos for Dom. And I expect a pretty substantial win for AJ here, welcoming him back to Raw.
Yeah. Now, the only thing that it was mentioned, I believe, last week on Raw when Dom and Finn were talking backstage about Dom trying to get, another person into Judgment Day, all that, what have you, because, they lost JD McDonough. I'm interested if that actually becomes a thing that plays out, or if that starts to be like this power struggle between Dom and Finn, what have you. So I'm interested. I think I agree with you. AJ wins this cleanly. I wondered the Dom connection, like everything with Dom and Finn and everything after this.
Yeah, JD definitely feels like they've been imploding, side-ploding for quite a while. Fractions of themselves. And speaking of fractures, T's and P's to JD. Hope you're doing well, nursing those ribs. But again, with JD out of the mix for a substantial amount of time, Damien's moved on, Rhea's gone. You got Liv, Raquel kind of running the show a bit. They either need something new to keep it interesting, or maybe something new to push Finn away and kind of let Finn do his own thing. Finn's been strong, so I have no issue to see what Finn can do with this group. This group stays like an upper middle card kind of group that keeps meddling with some of our faves, like an AJ Styles. So there's potential there. I think there will be a new face somehow involved.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'm curious as to who it might be, and do we potentially get an AJ Finn match out of this? We go back to that old school Bullet Club connection there, and we get AJ versus Finn at some point.
Interesting shout, and highly possible. I mean, I know a lot of people have talked about the teasing of AJ and Braun Breaker. Does AJ go after the Intercontinental title? I see no problem with it, even if he was to win it. I mean, AJ's got an amazing resume, still one of the best. Him getting a title doesn't bother me. Him beating Braun doesn't bother me. But another great chance for Braun to get in the ring with an upper echelon and have a go with it. But, I mean, again, bring in Finn, AJ. Yeah, maybe as they're feuding, it only adds fuel to this, the demise of JD.
Yeah. But should we say hi to the people, or do we want to talk Grand Slam? Which one we want to do first?
We got 18 minutes. Let's get some Grand Slam in, and then we'll go say hi to the people, just because it's been the hot top, and not for good.
Yeah, there was a lot of good that came from the show. I think the tag match that kicked off the show was fantastic. The finish was pretty solid. It was a hell of a move. You had the moment to where 10,000 plus people are singing Metalingus to Cope in the ring.
That was great.
But then Ringgate happened and everything else.
Yeah, it seems like lately, I mean, we talk about AEW taking a lot of L's, and like even when they have kind of something cool happen, something yanks the other way, there very much is a portion of their fan base that will attack anybody that points out some of the obvious stuff. And over the weekend was no different. Like, listen, I mean, Grand Slam overall is one of the biggest busts in AEW history. The only saving grace for AEW is the fact that really good show. I mean, the matches were solid. They kind of carried. You weren't relying on storylines so much, so that didn't really mess up the show. The tag match solid. Not maybe not as good as I thought it was going to be, but really, really good. Tony wins the title back. I'm torn on this decision. but Tony is your champ again. A lot of people, man, the boos for Mercedes beating Harley were pretty fucking solid and pretty, palatable. And I don't think a lot of it was like, oh, we don't like her, she's a bad guy, and she won. It was more like, this is bullshit, we hate this.
Son
Please.
of a bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But-
I mean, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but the surprise for Toni Storm winning, I get it's a great moment. But did anyone think she wasn't gonna win it? Like, I think that was pretty set in stone. And to me, now where do we go with this?
Mhm.
Like, she just had it for almost a year, what? And so now she
Mhm.
lost it for a bit, comes back as the same character again and wins it back again.
Yeah.
Where are we going with this?
Yeah, where do you go with it now that she's back to being the character, the timeless Tony? She's champ. Does Mariah still want it back? And you continue this rivalry between them. Is there somebody else in the mix you have in mind? But where do you go without it feeling a little maybe flat? I know at the time when Tony lost, a lot of people were hoping that Tony lost to Mariah May. I feel like Mariah May's title run ends up being lackluster. It almost feels pointless. Like, hold this for a second. I got to go do some stuff. A little bit. I mean, to run it back the way they did surprised me, and I poked a lot of holes in how they delivered it. Like, you don't get your ass kicked and then reveal that you were tricking your opponent. Usually you get the upper hand and when you're tricking your opponent, but nonetheless, it was a good match. The two ladies have good chemistry. Nice moment for Tony in Australia. I get it. But I mean, you could have almost, if you would have had a title change in the other women's match, it would have been more newsworthy and a bigger response than Tony winning the belt back. So a little bit of a misstep by my calculation.
Fair enough. I mean, they were always going to do that moment, and it was a great moment. Like you said, PR wise and everything, the show was an absolute bust. It was AEW Grand Slam. Yeah, Tony even came out and got booed by a paying audience to see AEW. The whole Ringgate thing, though, I think is just the most asinine, nitpicky, bad faith argument of it made no difference to the show. It had there was no issues with it or anything, and no one noticed it until fucking screen pictures and tweets and everything after the show.
I think a couple things. One, you have wrestlers talking about it. Buddy Murphy coming out making a comment. That is one of the generally, and we talked about this before. People within AEW need to be quiet a little more. And I think, I mean, we talked recently about Drew McIntyre having a temper tantrum at the Rumble, but we never got like video footage or like nothing confirmed to the point where him in LA hinted at it. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, but they never told us. And it just feels like with this company, shit just keeps coming out. They can't help themselves. But at the end of the day, I think for those who are already you have all these issues with this show, and then you tack on this idea that they forgot to bring a ring. Yeah, it just adds more bullets to that gun. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't notice. I mean, it was what it was. If it was a real cause for Buddy Murphy to roll his ankle, well, then that's a bigger problem. Like, if it wasn't a quality ring and it did not look quality, that's a concern.
Well, you have fans on Twitter going at wrestlers who have trained in that ring and everything before. And I heard the initial thing of they forgot to bring a ring, and then I guess that they never intended to have one shipped over there, which I never knew was a thing, but I don't run international wrestling companies. But yeah, that just it felt like the last little shit stain on to everything that had already gone on with that show going on for the weekend. So that's the thing with it. Of like, even when I watched NBA dunk contests and everything before it, they just threw to it as AEW Collision. They didn't AEW Grand Slam, no nothing.
Yeah. And then people even tacked on the idea that, HBO Max had it listed as Dynamite, so that was another flub. It's nitpicky, but I think what has happened now is it's like piranhas, man. I mean, there's blood in the water, and every time Tony kind of gives people a reason, there are certain people out there that just gravitate to it and want to feast. Again, some of it's justified, some of it is absolutely nitpicky, but it's just this bigger, widespread strengthening of the argument that AEW is mismanaged, and with better people managing the company, the product would be better. The overall would be better if they had a better boss.
That may be a whole different discussion in this, though, because to me, like, some of that stuff is just so nitpicky that it's so irrelevant. Like, it's one of those of, well, I can't argue about ratings that much anymore, and I can't argue about empty arenas that much anymore, and I can't say the show sucked because the show is actually pretty solid. So I've got to find others to nitpick and be mad about on Twitter.
Yeah, maybe not. Like, I do understand that the side of the argument is that you have, I mean, the arenas are still relatively empty, not selling a whole lot of tickets, down from 2022 still. The ratings argument rages on for a lot of people out there. HBO Max, there's been nothing to really solidify that what is the viewership on HBO Max? How's it doing? Has it been successful? Has it been quiet? What is it? So I think with, the lack of transparency at times, and I think Grand Slam was a perfect example of, it felt like they were hiding the truth from us. Like, we didn't even know when they were really going to air this shit. So again, like I said, I think ultimately it's just everything in one big old shit basket, and every little shitty thing you do gets added to the shit basket. And it's unfortunate, but like I said, ultimately the show itself was really strong.
Oh, absolutely. If I look at the show on itself, not taking into account all the noise that surrounded it, I give it a 7.75. To me, it was, dare I say, close to on par with Vengeance Day.
Overall, yeah,
maybe it's a knock, but yeah,
maybe down a tick. Really, I would really like Vengeance Day, and again, I was a little more invested in some of the angles and situations. And again, there are certain little picky things, right? I mean, Harley and Sasha to me didn't have the best of match. So, but overall, yeah, quality 7.5, maybe an 8. But it was a really fun show between bells. I'll put it that way.
Right.
But speaking of fun between the bells, let's talk to the wrestling chat out there. Hope everyone is happy, healthy, and safe. You put Monday in the books. We are about 9.5 minutes away from capping off your night with a little bit of Raw tonight. But Wrestling Proud, the first one in the chat tonight. Happy Penta Day. See y'all in 8 hours. He's here early saying hello. Roman, welcome. Odds, welcome back. Eric Isaac, what's up, Wrestling for Life buddies? Can't wait to see Roxanne Perez versus Raquel and Dakota versus Ivy. Dakota versus Ivy should be interesting tonight. And I thought the women in both NXT and AEW cooked this past Valentine's Day weekend. There you go, Eric, feeling good about it. AM Lion, welcome. And now I've been hearing that Punk Cody Cena for WWE title. Lots of rumors. We don't know. Everyone's guessing. I like it. Everyone's guessing, Nick.
There's a ton of options. That's what makes this good. Versus,
one, please.
Right, yeah, versus, I want to know the direct path we're going. No, I got a bunch of fun ways I can get to WrestleMania.
Yeah. With so many names involved, the triple threat, and we know Triple H loves a good triple threat. So
it's in his name.
Yeah, it kind of writes itself, folks. So
right.
I've heard Roman, Seth, Punk. I've heard Cody, Punk, Cena. I've heard a bunch of different shit. Logan, Cody, Cena. There's EIO. You pick it. It could be a thing. So that's, I guess, that's something that's got to be commended. I know some of the podcasters out there are like, I can't believe we don't. You're not supposed to know. When they tell us.
I can't believe that this movie, I don't know the ending as soon as I start to watch it. And then we'll be the same fucks who sit there, and it's long enough in the video, I can swear now.
Yeah, you do.
That'll sit there and, say, it was so predictable. Oh my God, it was so boring. I knew exactly what they were going to do. Off. Which one do you want?
Right. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Damien's back with us. Good to see you. Always looking forward to stuff. TJ, welcome back. Mega Ken, hi guys. I see Taker on LFG. I did watch the premiere episode of LFG. Having Michelle McCool in the Hall of Fame part of the deal. Maybe not part of the deal, Ken, but it's a very would you say like a boys club kind of going on right now?
Oh, a little bit. It might be part of the reason why Taker's on the show.
Yeah, you're my buddy. You're Sean's buddy. Like the only guy we're missing right now is
who was the one that introduced or sat there and announced that Hunter was going into the Hall of Fame? HBK and Taker.
Right. So yeah, there's a little bit of, you
You scratch my back, I scratch your balls.
little bit, right? Yeah. So again, very interesting, but I got no problem with it. So we kind of see the writing on the wall, but I mean, it's not like she completely does not deserve it. So I love that sentence.
That's the thing is, real quick, I just haven't seen anyone make the argument that she doesn't deserve to go in. They all just make the argument of, well, she shouldn't go in over this person. Well, that's not for you to decide.
Well, again, and circumstances are different, and people think they know everything, and they don't. But WWE removes. I'm going to talk about this real quick. This is not a new thing, guys. This is not a new thing. This is old news. It's not something that just happened this week. I don't know why it's being reported, but it was reported. It had to be a couple years ago when they started reporting this, that they were amending their
Riddle
policy.
is all I have to say. This company employed Matt Riddle, and you're going to tell me it's new policy is that they took THC off the list? No, it came out because Mia Yim said it in an interview.
Oh, that's right. But it's not new.
No.
Mega, about time too. Yes. Well, delayed. Cherokee George, welcome back. Welcome back. We'll get back to your comment. That's a nice long one. Christian, it's good to see you. The Bugle Insider. Let's go. Spider-Man.
It's Black Panther, but okay.
The Daily Bugle, is that not Spider-Man?
Oh, well, I thought you were talking about his avatar picture was Black Panther, so that's why I got confused. Move along. Vitamins. I can't get suspended by WWE now because I'm on the vitamins.
Right. KJ by the Bay, and Nick is a quickie.
Pause.
We're just gonna hold for a second on that one. How you doing? How you doing? Is it time for the Super Raw Monday? We will be here around, unlike the shipments for AEW show. That's kind of funny. Polo, good to see you. Welcome back. IHOP Rocky, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Boston back at it. Let's go. I need a Penta fix. Almost possible.
Yeah.
Mega, can we still be friends as always? You said no. Follow up right away.
No.
Roll Tide, welcome back. Good to see you. Jordan, welcome back. Andy, how you doing? Nice belt, sir. I like it. Christopher, welcome back. Dun dun dun. Jerome is with us. Jason Ryan is with us. 316, either talking about Rhea, Liv, or both.
He's been going on for a bit about Rhea. We got it, my guy. You like Liv. We got it.
Right. Chambers, Elimination Chambers coming to Toronto. Dale, how you doing? OG back in the house. What's good, TJ? Got Chambers. I know if you want to repeat your questions, by all means do. J-Boy saying, what's up, Nick? Waka back in the house. Good to see you. Christopher feeling it. Let's go. Kayfabe, welcome back. Sean Reed. Woo! You guys are gassing me out. I'm like Jay Uso here.
Jake, you need to tag.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag out. Trackopedia, Scott Wolford, James and KC. Let's go. Who do you got?
I'm jumping down with John C. saying, did anyone catch SNL 50? I did not. Did you?
I missed it. No, I was busy.
Fair enough. Everybody's shouting out MDB, who's now the five-time predictions champion.
I couldn't believe it, but when I went to break the tie, MDB was the first one in. So he stole it because he was a quicker man than some others.
There you go. Pause. Christopher Cox, man's been said this a few times, so I'll read it. I still like the hidden blade of the one-winged angel was great. Oh, 100%.
Listen, some of the old-timey guys like the Cornettes are going to say took a little too long to get to. But man, it's filthy. It is reckless.
Can we say that Revolution is now actually shaping out to be a really well-rounded card?
I think Revolution, like other AEW pay-per-views, are going to be another example of it really doesn't matter how we get there. What we get when we get there is going to be good. So let's just enjoy it. Like it's a bumpy ass ride, but we're still getting ice cream at the end of the fucking trip.
Your ass might be sore, but at least you got some ice cream. Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan. Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan.
However you get your ice cream, folks, is up to you.
Right.
What's
What
up,
made you?
Vance? How you doing? How you doing? Sorry.
No, you're good. I just want to click on Jose's heroes real quick. I got to respect 316's consistency.
Yeah, conviction. Conviction.
Man is ready to die on that hill. Unfortunately, it's a molehill.
Yeah. Yeah, not going so well. Bradley back in the house. Congratulations to new Wrestling for Life prediction champion, MDBBBB. 1 minute, 90 seconds.
Oh, I 123, but we always catch up. We stick up at the Veds. But Bash 8, what up? Jason, what up? Did you get to see WWE's LFG on 80? If so, what are your thoughts? I saw clips. I haven't watched the full episode yet. I don't know what's your takeaways, your thoughts, your opinions.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. It was fun. Again, it kind of takes away from it. It's got that reality show vibe to it. People can say what they want, but it was kind of cool to see some of the talent that you're kind of watching going, okay, I think that person has potential. I love getting the insight. Like there's a lot of things where you hear from Booker or Taker or Bully or Mickey that you kind of absorb it and understand. Like I think if you're a wrestling fan, watching that show is beneficial if you listen to the judges explain. Like I think one of the things I took away from last night, like it might have been Bully, but this idea that like it's not about the wins and losses. It's about the story. It's about what happens, how you gotta like, we deal with fans all the time. Someone takes an L. It's like, oh, their career's done. Go
buried. Fumbled.
Right.
Yeah. No,
but it's good. It's good.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was fantastic. They pretty much just revamped the Tough Enough kind of model. And I like a little bit what they did. Granted, that BJ kid, I don't know how I feel about him.
Right.
Pete Nasty idea, I'm okay with. I'm digging her. There's a couple that I think that are going to be kind of
BJ,
the one that,
BJ
the one
Ray?
that Taker's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. No, that dude, I was sitting there like, what the fuck? But yeah, and you're gonna run by the name of BJ Ray. Here comes BJ Ray. Okay.
Hey, what do you say? But no, you touched on it about the insight and the advice. As I've got to then.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are syncing up. I got a now. I got a forever.
Yep, forever, and we will always be. Come on.
Let's go, folks. Together.
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can sync up. Nick and I are just coming off the big W logo. If you want to watch in real time with us, you can react while we react. Blow up this chat. We got just under triple digits, and I see us flirting with it. So be a friend, tell a friend, get everybody over to this stream. So we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I know a lot of people are here doing what we do, but nobody does what we do the way we do what we do. Hell.
Absolutely. As I got Seth looking like
a pie.
He looks like a leather skin hammock.
He looks like the top of a pie.
Yeah, very lattice pie. Or crosshatch. That's what it is.
Right. As we got Rocks, we got Finn.
But real quick, I will finish my point because we were talking about LFG before we get into WWE. Gabe Sapolsky, I think, had the best tweet about LFG and everything. Because I know, especially because there's a promotion that one of the WWE ID promotions is by me, and he's done trainings and everything there or seminars. He sat there and said, any independent wrestler out there should be watching this if they want to go to WWE and have that mindset and everything, because this is an open door of their training process, what they look for, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
It literally gives you the necessary check boxes you need on your resume. Can I
give you all of them, but it gives you a rough outline.
Oh, what's this? Exalta. What?
NASCAR, the Jeff Hendrick, AJ style. Well, of course, they're in Charlotte, North Carolina. So
NASCAR. So AJ coming out. Look at the belt. I like that belt.
Saudi belt? Oh, it's a wrestle. WrestleMania solid gold WWE championship.
They should run that. If they went solid gold like that, I'd be in. I'd be happy.
Be it $1,500 for that belt. Sorry.
Right. Spaz, thank you for the $10 super chat. You know, I get nervous sometimes because I leave it up so we don't forget to read it. And then I haven't read it yet. So I get nervous of what he's actually put in the box.
Right. Here, I'll read it. So I'll step on the grenade here. So KYJ and Sticky Nick, let me not forget, insert sus description here. Tony Reigns. I like that. Have you heard the stories of content creators being pulled, demonetized under quote unquote bullying guidelines for calling out AW? I have heard none of the such.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if we go missing, you know why.
If we have to take down the hashtag Jarrah Hogan shirt, you know why.
Dude, I'll go remove. No, I'm not doing it. Get your F. Meltzer's t-shirts today.
Now that's a full. If that goes down, then you know he's got a stake in that company.
Right. But we are getting a replay from last week. KO taking out Sammy, folks. But yeah, I had not heard that, Spaz. I'm always nervous to believe how much this is like stuff like this gets conflated. It'd be. I can't imagine it's really happening, because then some of the big ones out there that are really fucking throwing heat, you think they would be down first, not some little Joe Schmo podcast. That's why
they would also be very vocal about it, even if it was something that they weren't quote unquote affected by. Mm-hmm. They would be the first ones to catch wind of it. Everyone that the diehard AW fans thinks are grifters and get paid by WWE, they would be the first ones to draw attention to it.
You would think so, yeah. Jordan Smith, happy Monday. God bless everybody. Rollins wearing a volleyball net. Why does Seth look like an apple pie? Paul, ding. I'm bricked up.
Whoa.
Imodium.
If it lasts longer than 4 hours, seek medical attention.
Right. Seth got those barbecue sandals as a sweater vest. Ridiculous. Let's go, fam. What's up, AJ, Matthew Childs, Ronan? Good to see ya. Christian Powers got you already. Jason's back with us. I see Anthony in there. There he is. How you doing, Anthony?
What up?
That belt is nice. I like the solid gold. That was pretty. Sami Zayn opening the show, folks.
Now, did you see the Cross video going around too, to where he went after Sammy as well? So Sammy's kind of fighting it on two fronts here a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, I think what we saw with Sammy already and KO, it's a different vibe. It's very morose, like it's very reluctant, but at the same time, there's a sadness to the angle this time. I like these two. I like the fact that these two could be building to something. And I hope it doesn't end at Elimination Chamber. I hope it goes beyond Elimination Chamber. Those two at Mania will bang. I'm good for it. But this would be interesting, Nick.
But do you see KO versus Randy at Mania, say maybe a Sammy Cross Mania?
Sammy Cross would be interesting.
Well, because like I said, if he put up the whole video and everything, he even mentioned Cross's video was almost, you said morose and everything. Cross's is almost more that, because he sits there and says, what about all the people that got released, Sammy? What about when I got released? Were you bleeding heart for me then? Right. Or are you just, reacting to it now?
Right. Cross said everything I felt about Sammy. There you go. MDB can't find the vibe. Sami Zayn is back. Yes, he is. I believe we get Hell in a Cell, Sammy KO. I would be a little doubtful about the cell part, John, but everything else is possible.
Does Sammy finally feel broken free a bit from the Bloodline storyline? He still has the peripherals, but now he feels a man on his own.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, especially because he's gone on to other things.
Mm.
And for the Sammy haters, the crowd goes wild.
Right?
What up, Andy?
AJ directing that specifically at MDB.
Right, maybe.
Scott, what up? Small Mark, what up? Canada versus USA Thursday. Let's go. Yeah, we might have to talk during the break about that game, my guy.
They weren't fucking around. This is fucking excellent.
Oh,
like, you ready? We're ready. Let's do this. Some old time hockey.
Since, what was it? There was the Rangers with Wilson and everything like that, and they just were instantly gonna
that
drop.
Was, yeah. A liney right off the fucking drop.
Yeah.
Okay. Sammy. It's a lot of YouTubers out there saying they're not impressed with the WrestleMania. They think it's really what the fuck? They realize, like, I don't even know how to answer. What's the point of this one? Not you, Paul, but the people that think that. Like, what a waste.
No, so just start naming names, and those are people you should be not tuning into while you should be tuning into us, because that's the thing is, think about it. This is over 2 months away. And we're like, I don't already know the entire card, so it's moving slow and I hate it. Like, fuck off.
We're building the chamber. A big part of what are we doing? What do you want?
Well, I hate that I don't know the ending of the Marvel movie. I don't know what Robert Downey Jr. is going to do as Dr. Doom before the movie even happens. Right. So I'm already mad at it. Like, fuck off. Why are we getting pre-mad at shit?
Big pop for Sammy. Well, yeah, you're 100% right. It makes me laugh. Happy Monday, Scott. My neck's not 100%. It's not.
I have got enough for a fight. Now, because they keep using the term fight, I've seen some people throw out the idea they're not going to have a match. They're just going to fight. They're just going to do an angle.
I want this fight.
It is so amazing how Sammy and Kevin's a match that we've seen 1,000 times over. It is Randy Orton Cena, and it still feels fresh every time.
Yeah, I see JV's comment, but again, like, we're going to get it, and we haven't had these two kind of intersect in a while. And again, we're going to get it until it stops being good. And for my money, it's good.
Right?
I don't care how many times they do it. You know,
here comes Pierce. Yeah.
It's funny watching AEW Rivals, Nick, and I said this before watching it. It reminds you that once upon a time, like, fans would lose their mind about some of the old wrestling because they're like, wait, they were feuding for like a whole year, and then they stopped, and then they started again, and then they stopped, and then like a year and a half later they came. Yes, there was Rivals. Like, that's how you do it.
TikTok, Snapchat, and Shorts have ruined fucking people's attention spans. That's why all those apps, everything, all that, because that's the thing is, think about it. Rock Austin was a year-long story to pay off at WrestleMania 17 and everything. Yeah. Like, what are we talking? Now we get mad if the thing takes longer than a month.
Right.
I missed Pierce's entire promo.
Sammy's mad. Pierce saying, you're not supposed to be here. I want Seth. Legends in the house. What up, Maddie? Cooper over on Twitch. Don't forget, folks, we are on Twitch. We are still floating at a lovely 33 Twitchers. Let's see if we get that to 50, folks.
Facts. As we got 113. Let's see if we can get to 120, 130, 140. What?
But Sammy,
you give me that match.
Begging for the match.
That's the thing is, too, because Pierce has got that ROH lineage just alongside them. I cannot sanction this, so it's going to be a step.
Unsanctioned match.
Yeah. But what does that mean? It's going to be an unsanctioned match. Teddy Long, you go a one-on-one with The Undertaker.
I can't stop him. If Kevin Owens wants to take you out, I can't stop him. If he wants to beat you all around the arena, I can't stop him. All right.
We will fight them on the shores. We will fight them on the beaches. We will fight them on the land, in the air, or on the sea.
Right.
Again and again and again.
I can't stop him.
Just get to the fucking point. We know where you're going, Pierce. Just the fucking train. Just Jesus Christ. We got it. We got it from the jump.
Right. Get there. Get there. Get there.
Get off the highway. But that's the thing. Well, then I guess some people that said it was going to be just a fight. I mean, it's kind of that technically if it's an unsanctioned match, but yeah.
Do you understand, Sammy?
We all
Let
understand,
them fight.
Adam.
Let them fight. Let them fight. The crowd is in it. There you go. It's all you need.
Oh, it's instantly let me know. Sorry, Nick, but bad Churchill. I didn't even try and do an actual Churchill impression. I couldn't remember where the quote was, but I love it. That's the history nerd in me popping out.
Hilarious. You can't stop me. I like this. Sammy going back to Pierce. Oh, yeah? If I do the same shit, I can't be stopped either. Come on.
That's a good. I will give. They saved it. They pulled it, snapped it back around. Sammy coming back and saying everything back at him, same way. Perfect.
I like this. Give me this damn match. That's a solid flannel. Solid flannel, MDB. You rocking hard. Sammy about. Yeah, Jason. So it looks like Sammy is pushing for a match. Pierce doesn't want to sanction it.
On one with Sami Zayn.
But Sammy, there you go. That's going to be a fucking burner.
And we finally made it off the fucking exit on the highway, folks.
I like it all.
Do I need to take the glasses off like Pierce did too? It's unsanctioned, folks, in case you couldn't tell the second he said unsanctioned.
Dude, he fucking milked that cow like a jersey. Like, it was just fucking, he milked it as long as he could. But I like it. I like the build to it. I like the defiance of Sammy. And the good news about this, everybody, that's going to be a fucking great match.
Oh, absolutely. I like this, though, this pop real quick. Bring back a golf cart spot this match.
Let's go. Yes.
Right. But yeah, it was. I liked Sammy. Sammy was way better than Adam with this.
Adam just went like again. Adam just went a bit long, and it, like again, instead of giving us the answer, he made Sammy beg for it. We knew where he was going, but again, I'm not really bothered that he milked.
But Sammy didn't have his counterpoints if Pierce didn't go long, drawn about. Like he couldn't come back with the "you can't stop me," just like you said you couldn't stop him shit.
Right. And as Pierce is saying all that, the crowd's chanting, "Let them fight." So there's the GM like, I don't wanna, but everyone seems to, right, guys?
It's like we're not saying he's Ricky Starks, but you know his name. This is all circumstantial evidence, by the way.
This is not guilty.
This would hold up in wrestling court, let alone any local jurisdiction.
Yeah, wrestling court for sure. We've been in enough courtrooms, my guy. That is circumstantial at best.
I'm a small town bird lawyer and a losing attorney most of the time in wrestling court, and still wouldn't take that case.
Right. I am Lyle Hutz.
I am Lionel Hutz. Yeah, I am. Just adding the quotes and the commas and everything and business card.
Oh. Liv and Dom having a heart-to-heart.
Yeah, they've been moved from their clubhouse to just a corner of the arena.
I feel like I thought they were in the back of a truck. So they were like in the back of a moving van, like
back of a fucking like a cow transporter or something like that, a farm truck.
Sammy is about to get an unsanctioned spanking. Pause.
Oh yeah, this is what it is. Is Liv's going to be the poison chalice and try and get Dom to think he should run the group? And we were just talking about your great match that you're going to have with Seth Rollins later tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see Liv definitely, definitely turning that crank, right? You definitely see Liv being the Yoko Ono in the whole situation.
She's the one that's really making all the power moves. She's the queen using Dom as a shield.
Just twisting.
Yeah.
Oh, now Raquel giving Finn a little attitude.
Where the fuck is Carlito?
I like when Finn gets mad sometimes. He kind of turns into the Lucky Charms guy.
Well, the Irish in him comes out really quick.
Handle my business.
You'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing.
Diddly dee potato.
Whoa, at least do a Conor McGregor impression.
Sammy versus KO technically main
now
event.
Carlito's there. No.
Oh. Yeah, again, people do have to keep in mind. Part of the reason why this match is being booked is it's in Toronto, and these two are going to burn it down. Sorry, Seth.
Oh, absolutely.
Who here thinks Sami Zayn is a top heavyweight contender? Upper mid.
Yeah, he's not booked to be one right now. He's booked to be a guy that has a name, that's in a story, that's battling it out with his friend and everything like that. The story's pretty obvious.
As we got I Do Speed. What is it? I Show Speed?
I Show Speed, just to avoid any sort of legal ramifications. It is not I Do Speed, although not sure, can't confirm, can't go say it away, but yeah.
As we go to the back with AJ Styles getting ready. Adam Pearce, the former NWA champion. Yes, he is. Where the F is Randy Orton? Sammy knows after this match, RKO is a fucking missing in action. It's still a great question. And I mean, not you seem angrier about it than I do, but we know the Viper is going to strike at some point, Nick.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where I exactly seem angry about it than you, but yeah, no, I think it's going to happen at some point. I think it could very much be a thing that, we set up to Randy versus Kevin at WrestleMania.
Yeah, quite possible. This match is Russia before the Jose. Make me click on that kind of stuff. Good match to be going to be a good match in Toronto. Facts. I will be at Raw on the 3rd. Sweet. Bring a sign, you get a t-shirt.
Facts.
As we go to the NBA All-Star game, Celebrity All-Star game.
Yeah, you've got the Netflix, director's cut here. I had commercials. I actually had a Hulk Hogan Real American Beer commercial, which I've never seen before in my life ever until today.
They are literally talking about Bayley having to go to the All-Star game and then fly after the Celebrity All-Star game, fly to Washington for Vengeance Day. Now she's here at Raw, the most booked woman in all of wrestling.
Oh, 100%. She's been the Iron Woman of wrestling right now recently. She's damn near showing up on every show every night.
Rachel versus Finn. There you go. Let's go. What is the point of bringing Carlito back? Carlito's having fun. I mean, again, what do you want Carlito to do?
To spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Right. What up, Denisha? How you doing? RKO versus KO versus Sammy at Mania. Not everything can be a multi-man match.
But it's Triple H, so may everything be triple.
Triple threats for everybody. That's the new norm.
Yeah, no. I still, like I said, if I could see it being Sammy versus Cross or something like that. I'm very interested in carrying Cross right now. He's managed to not really be forward in anything, but he's like, they poisoned the water hole. There's a snake in my boots. He's the guy that's poisoned the well when it comes to the New Day, when it's coming down to this Sammy stuff a bit. Like, he's playing devil's advocate in a lot of people's ears.
I guess.
I guess.
All right, folks. AJ Styles, Dom coming up next. Carlito going out there with Dom right now. We are 5 seconds away from the return from commercial break. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow. We're back tomorrow for NXT. It's going to be a fun one. Dynamite Wednesday, Thursday, TNA Live, folks. We will be here at 7:45 as we cover TNA, a live TNA. So shall be an interesting one.
Absolutely. And real quick, Jose, I'm sorry, guys. I know it's messed up, but every time you click on a message and then go, come on, guys, it makes me laugh. Yeah, you want us to keep doing that? Don't send shit like that. Don't send shit like that, because then we won't be here to do that.
Right. The chat loves just throwing grenades every once in a while. And know we're on a run and we don't pre-read shit.
Yeah, know that we're of the stickiest of the ickies. We're on the vitamins and all that.
Unscripted, uncensored, unsanctioned. We are just here rolling along.
Right.
Dom to take another L. Love it. Yeah, probably.
Right.
Dude, I like that golden belt. Boston, you're a belt guy. Anthony, you're a belt guy.
But y'all hate that big W logo, right? Didn't we have this argument before? Y'all hate that big W logo. So if you don't like it when it's there, you can't have it now.
On the gold, it looks less like a fucking car emblem. I don't know why. It just looks nicer.
It almost looks like it'd be more of a car emblem. It's all on one colorway.
Yeah, that black on white, it makes it really look like a fucking car emblem, a hood fucking ornament.
Volkswagen?
Yeah. The phenomenal AJ Styles for the win. Yeah, get your votes in, folks. Who you taking? As we fully expect, AJ probably going to get the W in this one.
There you go.
I don't know if I want to read this. You read this one.
Thanks. You just have me take all the fucking landmines here. I'll do it for Mama said comments is super chats is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Students give apples to teachers. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And sometimes they're good for spitting. Pause. So 2 + 2 = 5. But new tag team of Andre Chase and Carlito managed by Dr. Britt Baker. All right. Maybe too many vitamins. Too many vitamins might be a thing.
Step away from the bong.
Right. Take a walkabout.
I like the idea. AJ Styles for the win. AJ for the win. AJ for the win, says Richard. Welcome back, Richard. AR1's with us. As a collector, I like the network logo belt because it looks great on a shelf. Just so does an elf, especially with the real cubic stones. But on TV, no, I want something more prestigious. Bring back Goldie.
Oh, well, cubics are carbon. But you're gonna sit there and say, well, TV should be better than my shelf. No, my shelf should be better than TV. I should have the most prestigious.
Okay. Well, 85% of the chat's going for AJ, 11% are going for Dom, and 4% going nobody.
Ooh.
Nobody.
Prestigious. Worldwide. Prestige. Worldwide.
Boats and hoes.
The match we all need, Jordan Grace versus John Cena. What?
Jordan Grace, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Joe Hendry dying to have that match.
And I think we could see it.
Really? Interesting.
At some point.
Well, you got to find a way to get Joe to WWE because John's not going to TNA.
No, you just make a phone call. Just a phone call. And hey, you want to have your world champ take on John Cena? You want to have the most eyes you've ever had on your promotion?
Right.
On your world champion ever?
You're not wrong. Judgment Day about to go 0-3 tonight. Then Balor cave on the idea of a new member. Interesting. Scott sounds quite actual. Again, I mean, Judgment Day are in an interesting, tough spot.
But does Finn break off like you said, and they revert? They're no longer Judgment Day. Now they're just street trash. Riff raff. I don't buy that.
Well, it'd be really interesting on who they bring, like who would be the new member. And then if you do that, then how does that play out? Like, is it somebody that would rival Finn? But big drop kick from AJ. Former TNA World Heavyweight Champion being reminded by Michael Cole.
I know he turned it down, or at least the Hall of Fame last year because he's still active and everything. Could you see AJ have a bit of a run at some point in 2025 in TNA?
Maybe around a pay-per-view. I don't know about a run. I don't think he wants it. I really don't think he wants to.
He hates TNA. He's like, that fucking six-sided ring. Fuck you.
All right. No, I like my cushy spot. I'm good. Could he make an appearance? Could he build towards maybe a pay? Oh, Carlito. Oh, wow. Hanging AJ up. And then Carlito fell? Oh, no.
What the fuck was that? Bro, he tapped his calf, and then Carlito was supposed to run away and like stumbled back and just like landed. He hit it smooth, though. He just sat down and started eating an apple.
Right. Dom with the tope as we go to commercial, folks. I gotta have my boats and hoes. I was happy that the US beat Canada in the Four Nations. See you tomorrow night. Bro.
I'm in commercial, so do we want to talk about this briefly?
No, we don't. Big win. The US.
No, I wasn't even gonna. I don't give a about the win, honestly. I was just more of interested of that they sat there and dropped hands 3 times within the first like 90 seconds.
That's I mean, the fun part about this is you don't get that in international hockey. Like you get chucked from tournaments.
You don't get that in an all-star game. You don't get that in any think about it. This is essentially all the top guys in the NHL having it out. Yeah. We just had, did you see the AW in-ring statisticians go at the NBA All-Star game of they calculated how many times this team versus this team and how many commercials we had and how many people were paying attention to this and how many times we got this? It is just an asinine.
What?
Yeah, well, no, how when certain people break down of how many times, how much actual wrestling we get versus commercials, they did that with the All-Star game.
Oh,
yeah, so you'll get stuff like that. Meanwhile, we get out here international games. They're throwing hands 3 times at the start of the fucking game.
No, really insane to watch. Highly unexpected. Listen, I think it hasn't been often, but the States have the best goalie in the world, in my opinion. If not in the top 3 for sure. And I mean, Hellebuyck, you can ride Hellebuyck to hopefully a cup for Peg, but the US man, he's a difference maker. He was a big difference maker the other night, but I like that you're actually getting in an international tournament like the Olympics and that. Even with the Americans and shit going to the Olympics, it doesn't feel intense, right? It kind of feels like they're going through the motions. Like it doesn't feel gritty.
Is it because you've got to go through like respectfully like Japan and like Italy and shit like that before you get there? Like it's not, you got 4 teams. You got Finland, Sweden, Canada, and the US. You've got essentially what is normally your top 4, or at least 4 of the top, probably 8 teams in the world going at it.
Mm-hmm.
And you condense that, so it's a super condensed playoff.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, it's surprising that they did it. It was almost an FU to the IWC. So, not the IWC. Sorry,
the IWC,
the IIHF.
Everybody that hates AW using a smaller ring, USA won it for you. Do you believe in miracles?
Right. As Dom is in control of AJ coming out of the commercial. But yeah, a hell of a game. And kudos to the States, man. They got a really strong team. So tomorrow night should be, or Thursday night, I think it is, should be insane.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the fucking Catalina wine mixer. Dun, dun, dun. What's up, Michelle? How you doing, Laura? Welcome back. Alex, good to see ya. Andy, I love they bring up AJ's TNA accomplishments. Yeah, again, it's a nice new vibe.
Well, absolutely. When they're got a working deal, and even then they still, did before. Wasn't it when Kurt Angle was a goddamn general manager? He mentioned to Sammy and KO about how TNA is hiring.
Right. Oh, off the ropes. Here comes Dom. 619. Spaz, thank you for another $5. I'm tired of snow. I'm gonna need some of that weather so hot. I gotta look up I look for my ex just to feel something shady. Rough. But
Ooh.
yeah, I'm a little tired of the snow. We've been getting swallowed by snow for 3 days now.
Yeah, I know we've had shitty weather. But then you told me before we went live if you had it for 3 days. I'm like, I only had it for like a day, so I guess I can't feel too bad.
We've been getting it, just keeps coming. Pause. Spaz, I miss the snow. I live in South Florida. I'll trade you, Larry. You come hang out my house for a while, and I'll go to your house for a while. Let's go.
Everyone says they miss the snow until they end up in snow.
Yeah.
Until you have to sit there and spend a fucking hour warming up and cleaning off your car and still might get stuck in your driveway.
Right. Flying forearm. AJ taking out Dom. Dom for the win. Finn will lose.
Ooh. In a corner. Ushigoroshi. I so always love that call from Maro Ushigoroshi. Oh, we're about to get the Styles clash. Oh, Carlito. At least chuck the guy out. Disqualification, something as he eats it up for Hermes. The twigs and berries make him spit out. Small package.
2 demolition. Yeah,
demolition. Pop up into the Styles clash. That's still one of the most unique and literally the move's named after the man. 1, 2, 3. AJ gets the win.
Yeah, again, it's one of those rare moves that actually, what do you got? A sit down power bomb, like the Blue Thunder Bomb style, but his, that face plant into the rollover, there's nothing like it. So
there's
we got Braun. Braun hits Dom.
Oh, wow. Just Dom's soul left his body. Straight through his mullet.
Oh, now Styles taking it to Breaker.
You mentioned it earlier. If we get Braun AJ at WrestleMania for the IC belt, and that's not a bad shout. I'm
okay with that.
Up and comer versus vet,
especially because we got Jack Styles now, so he doesn't look that small.
Hey, that was smooth as shit. That was almost up there with Roman when he caught the mic. That was smooth.
Sorry, did you lose this?
he caught that shit clean.
Oh, Breaker grabbing his belt. Breaker!
Elimination Chamber, or you wait till Mania?
Oh, I mean, could you squeeze it into Chamber? Or you give them like
from what I saw, now we've got 4 matches because we've got the unsanctioned sanctioned match. We've got the 2 chambers, so there's 3 right there. And what else did I see though? Oh, we've got Trishy Time versus Nia and Candice. So we've got that's 4 right there. So that would be 5.
Yeah, they could get that in there. I wonder if they go like the Raw after a chamber, and then you have them kind of like, a dusty finish leading to another match. But
because would you do the IC belt there, or would you do the US belt at Chamber?
Julius Creed is tapped to join Team Cormier on Tough. The Ultimate Fighter. Hey. Team Cormier.
Yeah, but I think that as much as that's a minor thing, it's a victory because it solidifies that the Creed brothers have legit wrestling experience. That I was out there with Daniel Cormier, former UFC champion, former Olympic contender, everything like that.
Yeah, and I mean, it shows Julius is like, I mean, again, a big kid, jacked. I want to see how he throws hands. He's
a coach. He's not on the team, my guy. He's not fighting. I
want to see him throw hands. I want to know if he can punch.
He's coaching though. But it looks like we're probably setting up for Ivy versus Dakota here.
Ivy Dakota.
Now, there's been the conversation of, see, they don't care about these, women's mid-card titles. Now we've got this as setting up a number one contenders match and everything.
Mhm.
How you feeling, sir? Like, who you think wins, first off?
A nudge, like I'm to Dakota.
Mm.
But I like what they're doing with Ivy. I think they're building her up. They're giving her more time to talk. I mean, number one contenders match. I mean, a match is solid. Again, I mean, sometimes you want stories, sometimes you want, just get us in there, get us to the point. So not a whole lot of story happening around it right now. So let's have the match, see what's up.
Well, and I think it's you build something for it now. This is one that I feel would build a match for like a Raw after Chamber or something. Like you could have
Mhm.
a Dakota versus an a Lyra at a Raw or something like that. Or I almost wonder, would you do Ivy versus Lyra and she gets a couple defenses underneath her, but if she goes versus Dakota seems more like an actual threat, respectfully.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Ivy's still on the come up. But now we're getting the graphic right now. I know you're on commercial break. I am
Yes,
going to
sir.
take a pause for the cause, but one spot left for that elimination chamber, Nick. It's stacked.
Absolutely, absolutely. But not as stacked as the Subway commercial that I just got. But yes, no, I digress. Of 100%, folks, KJ's taking a pause for the cause as I'm in commercial break, as I'm sure anyone that doesn't live outside the US or have a VPN is as well. But let me know how you're feeling so far about Monday Night Raw, your thoughts and opinions on everything that's taken place, especially over the weekend in wrestling. And as always, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We're here all the way through Monday Night Raw. We're back at it like a jackrabbit for NXT on Tuesday, to where Ricky Starks is going to sign his official contract. Plus, we've got all the fallout from Vengeance Day. Wednesday, we've got MJF and Hangman in a face-to-face. We've got the fallout from Grand Slam, and it's not the go home show for Revolution, but we're still building on the road to that. Again, Thursday, live TNA Impact, not taped. We'll be here live as they're live. Friday night SmackDown, and then Saturday and Sunday, we're always popping off with all the things. So 100% be a friend, tell a friend. Often imitated, never replicated. We do what we do because other people can't do what we do. Yeah. JV, give me Lyra, give me Jordan Grace, WrestleMania. I don't know. I think that's the thing, is you have to still think that it's still within 2 months out of it. Of Jordan to show up at Vengeance Day, run roughshod over NXT, and then jump into challenging for a mid-card title on the main roster at WrestleMania is one thing. I could see it being more of a stand and deliver match between, say, Julia and Jordan Grace. Now, could it be that, or could it be Stephanie Vacour versus Jordan Grace for the women's North American title? Either could be an option. But yeah, I think that's more likely. I think that's even why, like, Ricky Starks showing up in NXT, WWE had already planned him to show up at an NXT event, later on this year. But once he actually got released and everything, that they really sped it up. He's not going to be on the WrestleMania card. He will be probably on Stand and Deliver, but he will not be on the WrestleMania card. I got your cousin from Boston. Well, where's Boston? Is he nearby? I don't see him, but yeah. As I got Lyra watching at ringside, as who the fuck is this guy? Aaron Woods, National Rugby League legend, making his NIL deal. So now that feels a little interesting that we've got to highlight the Australian guy just after AEW was in Australia. But I digress. As I've got Dakota Kai coming out right now. So, folks, let me know who you're taking for this match, for this number one contenders match for the women's Intercontinental title, whether you're taking Dakota Kai or Ivy Nile. I'm kind of honestly torn on this, because if Ivy Nile wins this and takes on Lyra, then it's at least we know Lyra's gonna retain, and she's at least can say she had a challenger, what have you, everything. Maybe she pulls something out of Ivy, really helps bring her, seem her more on this level, because they seem to be getting behind her. Dakota versus Lyra, you're gonna get stands on either side that are not going to be happy on whoever loses. And I think that's the match that draws more attention, is Dakota versus Lyra. But do you do it now versus you give it a bit more time or build? That would be my question. They finally moved Lyra closer. Yeah, she went from over the barricade to inside the barricade now. But Christopher, what up? AR1 taking Ivy Nile. Ivy for the win. Yeah. Jobson, Death Rebel Baron. Yeah, they're bad. They're bad. Jose Green with 316. I don't know what he said. Dakota for the win. Theater them absurd. Wow, Dakota. Yeah, oh boy. The Chelsea Green versus Trish for the U.S. title at Mania popped in my head because of the build up. Would be 100% amazing. It'd be interesting to see two Canadians fight over the U.S. title and one have to do a patriotic gimmick. But yeah, want to know Dakota, got Ivy for the win. Ivy with shenanigans. Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like? Well, goofy shit on the wall. Oh, you mean shenanigans? Ivy for the win. Ivy. I'm surprised that there is this many people taking Ivy. Is it just saying? Is it just because of, like I said, of maybe you hold off on a Dakota Ivy thing and you get, or a Dakota Lyra thing and you get Ivy versus Lyra, and that kind of, she at least has a contender that she faces. And Ivy's kind of slowly growing on me. Like moss or a fungus among us. I don't know yet, but she's not bad. She's just very bland at this point. Like I don't understand fully what her character is outside of just, she would be probably named like Blaze on American Gladiator or something. Ivy looks like Ivory and Victoria clone. Fair enough. If Ivy wins this, I'll just schmeck a bow. Well, fair enough, C-Money. Don't let this decide your level of levitation here. Trust me. Because I can tell you for a fact, the wrestling don't dictate our level of levitation. That's Christ. That's even why we say the wrestling may suck, but we never do. The Bugle Insider, J. Jonah Jameson letting us know as, Dakota hitting like a code breaker, code red, a code on code. Oh, fair enough. I thought they were going to act like that move actually hit, because it didn't. I hate Death Rebel with a fiery passion in my heart. Hey, WWE, hire Kendrick Lamar immediately. I don't know if Kendrick could actually do everyone's WWE theme. That might be a little interesting. I don't know if he could really do a theme for like the Wyatt Six or something, but yeah. Surprisingly, when everyone thought CFO was terrible, Death Rebel just said, hold my beer. Oh, Ivy with a powerbomb out of the turnbuckle, out of the corner here. Oh, roll through small package. 1, 2, 2 count, 2 count. Well, that looked weird. Yeah. What do you think about Roxanne Perez on roster, Alan? Well, if Bailey's there, I mean, it makes sense. I've said it for a while now that I think Bailey's a bit of Roxanne's lily pad to the main roster. I don't think we'll get an official thing that fully calls up Roxanne to the roster, she'll just stop showing up on NXT and just keep showing up on WWE. I think Vengeance Day might have been her last appearance in NXT, if I'm being honest. Maybe something with Cora, but Cora's also been involved in TNA as Dakota breaks up the submission hold by Ivy. Ivy's looked solid in this match, honestly. Again, to me, it's more of, I don't have a personality or a character to connect to with Ivy Nile, is really my only issue with it. In ring, she works well as the kind of powerhouse and with the martial arts kicks, eats a big boob. I could see the return of Tyler Bate tonight. Really? Where, when, and how, sir? Would it be in the Penta match? Would it be in the Seth Rollins match? Where would it be? Is he the new member of Judgment Day? I don't know what you're saying with Chris. Should have given him 20 years, but there you go. Jose, that's such a callback of, you know you're past a certain age if you get this reference. If not, move along. But when I think of a bugle, I think of Salute Your Shorts. Absolutely, sir. Nickelodeon, absolutely. Ivy Angle. No, that's that whole fashion. Oh. Roll through by, well, sit down by Dakota for a 2 count. That it was trying to be a roll through by Ivy. In the match between Penta and Pete, there you go. Fair enough. Could be. I want to see Jordan Gracie and Ivy now go at it. They feel like they'd be a fucking tag team. That feels like, if anyone remembers with TNA, to where Scott Steiner and Jordan Grace were a tag team out there, when you had little Petey Pump and everything, and they all wore fucking chainmail. That feels like just the Muscle House fucking faction here. Oh, eat the feet. 3 as Dakota Kai gets the 1, 2, 3, gets the win. So, hey, we're going to, if it's next week, is it that Chamber? Is it the week after Chamber? But your new number 1 contender for the Women's Intercontinental Championship is Dakota Kai. And oh my God, could she maybe win it off Bird Lady? Could she pluck her dry? Could the cacaws run out? Because there was even the whole thing of, this was going to be kind of around that final for the tournament of, this was always talked about of if Dakota was going to be the one that initially won it, and then she got injured, she got banged up. So we shall see, as I'm getting an ad for Evolve, which allegedly, they have already taped a good chunk of Evolve, and they're going to do a championship, all of that. But yeah, they've taped a good chunk that they're already ahead of the game. So I don't know if it's going to be, again, I said allegedly, but I don't know if it's going to be a live show or if it's going to be a tape show for a bit, and then they have to kind of go through it. But it'll be on Tubi and YouTube internationally. Hashtag not sponsored. But I'm going to replay of last Monday of Jey Uso popping out. But Dale, what up? Paul, leave Lear alone. I'm excited for Evolve. I'm very interested by it. That might be one of those. Evolve might be a guilty pleasure of mine. Now, I'll ask this, and when KJ gets back, I'll ask him too, is WWE handling Evolve better than AEW has handled Ring of Honor? Yes, Ring of Honor has the bigger name. Ring of Honor has the stars, or at least has names, has the history, the lore, everything, still has pay-per-views, etc. But I can watch Evolve. I don't need to pay to watch Evolve. Literally, actually, that's part of the advertising for Evolve. It's on Tubi. It's on free TV. So they're trying to give it away to me. So to me, that's a gateway drug. That's your open avenue into watching wrestling, into watching, that kind of WWE product, what have you, versus you got it on Ring of Honor, which I'm not seeing evolve, would still already kind of assume would be a bit of a more established product, but I've got to pay $5, $6, $7, $10 to watch and find time and make sure I'm there on a Thursday and all that.
Mm-hmm. And good to be back. I heard you kind of mention this as I was returning. A couple things real quick on that. One, Ring of Honor doesn't have that name it used to have. It's not what it was. It's this buried entity that we all talk about the good times. Ultimately, I don't feel like if it doesn't feel big, they don't really talk about it. Even the Grand Slam Ring of Honor they were taping over there wasn't really talked about. It's been unfortunate for Ring of Honor, but I think that at the end of the day, they evolve. Feel like, I mean, you might watch it, you might not, but they explain exactly what it is, and they make it accessible to the fans.
Right. Well, that's why John C. I even like. That's kind of the question we're talking about: is Evolve equivalent to Ring of Honor?
No.
Yeah.
It could be, but the problem right now is Ring of Honor isn't necessarily being used like Evolve is being used. Evolve is the up and
so you have Evolve higher.
It's neck and neck, but I don't know if higher is the right word, but yeah, maybe. Well, it hasn't even started yet, so it's early to say. But Waller and A-Town down here, sorry.
No, you're fair enough. I got Rey Mysterio's collection of masks advertisement right now.
Pat is so right now, if for those who can't see this, Pat McAfee's arguing with A-Town down, and there's a young fan, and Pat's saying, "This kid will kick your ass," and the kid's like smiling, and it's funny.
Is it the same kid that got hit by Walter's jacket last week? Right. That kid got taken out.
Right.
But to me, the biggest thing is that Ring of Honor is behind a paywall, is talked about in dark rooms and shadows, and insiders upon insiders know about it. Evolve, it may not be everything for anybody, but there's gonna be some people that, hey, I could just click through freaking TV and everything, and there you go. There's some wrestling. Like, that's a easy market to tap into.
Well, and internationally, it's on YouTube. It's one click away. And I think that's great. I mean, accessibility to like people that you want to be stars in the future. It's smart, but Pat really turning the knife about they didn't win at NXT Vengeance Day, and whose fault was it?
Well, we've seen them kind of talk before and chant before of, turn on Grayson, turn on Grayson. So we shall see when we get the demise.
Right, as I'm getting a commercial for LFG.
Tell me this BJ Ray doesn't show up in episode 2 with the Dudley taped up glasses. When Bully's like, can we book a match now? Like, understand, my guy, respectfully, I don't know you personally from the TV character you prefer, but there's heat and there's go away heat and there's get fucked up heat and there's go home heat.
Yeah, you're not really going the best way about getting endorsed for a spot.
Yeah, Taker said it the best. He's talented, but he's gonna fuck it all up.
Right. And the name's horrible. I don't know what you're gonna do about that, but I got a sky shot of the arena. 14th Monday Night Raw, hosted 6 premium live events, and Gunther is doing the Jey Uso entrance.
chop instead of yeet.
Yeah, we're getting the yeet chants in the background, but Gunther is doing the Jey Uso entrance, folks.
Boo! But I will be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can make a cameo in this Gunther spot here.
Right? Get down. But Nick, taking a pause for the cause, folks. We are rolling along. We got just over 100 people here with us. Let's see if we get that up to 150 here tonight. But Gunther is coming out through the crowd. Gunther is giving us the Jey Uso entrance. And if you don't know, Jey Uso will challenge Gunther at WrestleMania. Is better name than Tatum Paxton. There's some bad names. Even on LFG, there's some bad names. What's the one? Shiloh Hill? Is that Shiloh? Oh. See Grandma's Boy for Shiloh reference. Main event Gunther. That main event Gunther's amazing. Gunther has just continued to improve, evolve in his career. He's not the Gunther he used to be. He's even better. He's more refined. Obviously, physically, he's changed so much. No eat. 16 months. Boston, love it, love it. I know Shiloh. Tell Shiloh to come hang out. Can't even lace my boots, says Gunther. Man, I don't like Gunther, but this is creative as F. Promo, mock J, shit, talk the crowd. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not sure why you don't like Gunther. Fair enough. But yeah, a perfect FU. You know, Jay makes the challenge. He has every right to pick the champion. He picks Gunther, and Gunther shits all over it. Gunther gives him nothing but that snobbish, looking down his nose attitude. And to mock the entrance and come through the crowd, brilliant, brilliant. No Rhea tonight. No, she's in Australia. The Pink Gunther. What was it before Walter? Walter. We don't even reference Walter anymore. That's the most amazing part about the whole Walter thing. I was pissed. But Gunther's doing exactly what you would expect him to do, guys. Literally coming out here, talking down to the crowd, saying Jay's not worth it. Jay can't do up his boots. How do you guys out there feel about Jey Uso, Gunther, world title, WrestleMania? And I called this at Rumble. Uso's winning the belt. Uso is going to beat Gunther at WrestleMania. Jey Uso will become or solidify main event Jey Uso at WrestleMania. And I think more and more people feel that way now. Ah, dun 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 dun. Rhea finally on her honeymoon. There you go. There you go. No overbooked Rhea. Nope, just overbooked Bailey. I think Gunther's reigned down in the bloodline in the Cody booking. He has had next to no big story feuds. I think he's been good though, kid. I think the stuff he has had, even with like Sammy, I think Gunther's just really maintained being who he is. Yeah, and I thought he actually handled Cody overwhelmingly. I thought he was phenomenal up against Cody. I see what you say, but I mean, at the same time, relevant when he does come into the ring, when he is getting a match, it feels important. He makes it feel like if I'm going to wrestle for you, it's a special thing. As now he's walking onto the table. Jay's supposed to be on tonight. Hold tight for that because yes, he is. Michael, Pat. I agree with you. Jey Uso's going to win at WrestleMania. Jay is over because of Yeet. Yes. That's accurate. That's not a negative. The people out there that think that's a negative, it confuses me. He is over because of Yeet, right? Just, I mean, everybody had catchphrases. Everybody has things that get them over. That's what it is, right? Like John Cena wasn't really a rapper. Oh. Gunther throws the mic at Pat. Oh, Jay's going to sneak attack. Possibly. Gunther might beat up Pat McAfee. Do you see John Cena WWE title at Mania? I said SummerSlam, Kyle. I'm torn on the Mania situation. And I don't know. Me and Nick have debated this quite a bit. I just haven't been able to kind of lock down on exactly who's coming out of this. Could he win Chamber? He could. But what if he doesn't? Does that just add to the depth of this story? Or does he win a Chamber and go after Cody? John Cena, Cody, I'm still not sold on it. We could get it, though. Oh, here comes Uso. Gunther walks down Pat. Jey Uso coming down the aisle. And the refs instantly getting in Jay's way. Jay is going to come out with a sneak attack. No, he came straight down the pipe. He coming in the front door tonight. Hit Pat right in the ding-dong. Why is everyone mess with Pat? Oh, Jay! Splitting the D into the ring. And here we go. Jey Uso swinging. The crowd eating. And listen, the crowd's been a little bit on the quiet side, especially during that women's match. So they're alive. They're awake. As Jay trying to get rid of everyone now, Gunther gets the sleeper. And they are being separated. Main event, Jey Uso is now in your city. Back into the corner. Down goes Gunther, rolling out. Woo! We got fighting, folks. Let's go. Jason Jordan helped break it up. Petey Williams, shout out Petey. I do. I agree with you, Tammy. And I like how it's happened. And people say things like, the guy is over because he eat. Yes. We know this. At one point, Austin was over because of what? Other people were over because of an eyebrow. Somebody got over with a sock. These aren't negatives. This is what you're supposed to do. Find something that catches fire that forces the company to put you in the highlight reel, put you in the main event position. Jay's done that. Not everyone has to love Jay. He wrestles fine. He's a good promo. And right now, as far as the energy in the building, I don't think anybody gets the energy that Jey Uso gets. And I'd love to take that argument. In any company, you name a guy or girl that the place just lights up at the level it does for Jey Uso. That's the fact. So you can say he doesn't deserve it. You can say, it's not the right move. But look at this. Right? And yes, the entrance is over, but it's no different than every other superstar that ever got over. It was about the gimmick. Word life. Austin got over with the middle finger. True. Middle finger was big for him. Beer drinking. Like nowadays, if Austin was on the turnbuckle chugging beer, people, he's just over because he drinks beer. He just gets over because he's a redneck. Those were part of who he was and part of how he got over. Think about it, folks. But I got Liv in the back with Raquel right now. How you feeling out there, folks? How you feeling? Remember, we are back tomorrow. NXT, Ricky Starr's contract signing, so much more. Stack night tomorrow is going to be fun. Dynamite coming back from Australia. What's Dynamite going to look like? Very interesting night with Dynamite. We are here on Thursday for TNA Live. You heard me, TNA Live. And again, for the TNA fans out there, we need the support and love when we do these TNA shows. We got to know. We got to know if we keep doing them. So make sure you show up on Thursday. Friday, we got the 3-hour SmackDown. And again, we got so much more coming your way. Revolutions on the horizon, Elimination Chamber. And they just added Unbreakable to TNA's schedule. Lots coming your way, folks. Jay earned everything he's getting. Facts. And that's the other thing. People forget that the man's been doing this for 15 years. One of, if not the best tag team in WWE history. They've been great. They've been solid. They've been entertaining. They've been great baby faces. They evolved. They were good heels. Their matches were generally 9 times out of 10, you got a really good match. Apparently, unless you book them together against each other, then you run into some issues. But ultimately, you got to give Jay some love. But up next, we're getting Pete Dunne Penta. So let us know who's winning this one, folks, as most of the country goes to commercial break. Right now, I got Jay Uso walking back through the entranceway for those who cannot see that. But I will take your predictions. Penta, Pete, who takes the W? How does this match go? Let me know. As we follow Jay through the tunnel in the gorilla. Lift him where those, yeah, facts. Penta for the win. Bum, bum, bum. Penta is my favorite wrestler. Let's go, Zero Metal. Let's go. Penta for the win. Penta. As we got the New Day walking up on Jay Uso. Picking Jay Uso at Mania. I'm with you. Gunther gets a mean and wins. I don't know. Early spoiler. I think I'm going Jay. I think that's the biggest moment. And then you have that capacity crowd at Mania in Vegas on their feet, eating their fucking ass off, where there's pyro. It just kind of got that vibe. It's got, like, he's funny. He's talking to Kofi, right? To me, it's got a bit of that Kofi Mania vibe. Oh. And the New Day sucks. Jay saying there'd be no Kofi Mania if the Usos didn't forfeit. Plus, we got our members only on Sunday as well. Yes, Brad Jennings, the 23rd. Is it 23rd on Sunday? Whatever it is on Sunday. We are going live Sunday evening. And yeah, members only in honor of Bradley and his generosity. Members only Sunday. So stay tuned for that. If you're not a member, become a member today. As Pete Dunne walking through. Zato for the win. New Day talking to Jay. Yes, they are. We're about 50 seconds away from the return of commercial break for the American audience. Kofi brought up Kofi Mania to Jay. Exactly. And it's got that vibe. Yeta Mania. It sells t-shirts. He's moving merch like crazy. And again, in wrestling, your job is not to put on a 5-star match and have 2,000 people golf clap it. Your job is to pack arenas and have them standing on the edge of their fucking toes the entire night. That's your job. It doesn't matter how many 5-star bangers you throw up there if people aren't watching. Doesn't matter if people aren't interested. Doesn't matter if people aren't buying the t-shirts or showing up at the shows. You got to understand, it's about the vibe, the feel, getting over with the audience. And for the longest time, WWE got shit because guys like Sandow found a way to get over, and Vince didn't care. Now I feel like we have a creative team that if a guy is getting the reaction that Jay Uso's getting, they understand to grab the lightning and ride it. It might not be a long time, but it's going to be a fun time, folks. So again, I think we have to be smart about what they're presenting to us. And Jay tells an amazing story. Spaz, thank you again for another $5 super chat. Doesn't really matter, but kind of funny that Roxy, who's been heel a bit now, is taking on Spanish Raquel, who's also a heel. Evil David versus Evil Goliath. I think Roxy still stays heel. I think Raquel still stays heel. I think in this case, Spaz, it's one of those tournaments, qualifiers. Sometimes you don't always get the heel baby face. 102. Let's get it to 120. Let's get it to 130. Let's get it to 140. Let's get it all the way up there, folks. Let's go. As we go back to earlier tonight with Pierce and Sammy, don't tell the guy to be right. Only the live ones, Andy. What did Andy say? Where's Andy? Stop it. How you doing? All right, I'll take his word for it. There you go. Thank you, Christopher. Some of it's nonsense. Some of it I'm just making up, folks. But yeah, I mean, again, let's just be real about what we're seeing in front of us and enjoy it. There's a lot to enjoy out there. And again, all the backstage stuff. I think sometimes that if the fan base didn't know as much of the background stuff as we do now, the shows would almost be more enjoyable. We wouldn't be talking about the ring size. We wouldn't be talking about ticket sales. We'd just be talking about whether or not the matchups or the show brought what you wanted it to bring. Hey, the dude from from Surviving Black Hawk Down. If you guys have not seen that documentary, it's kind of a good one. I watched it. I don't know who these girls are. Oh, from Love is Blind. Well, KJ not blind. So there you go. Speaking of not blind, you is blind.
Speaking of a man who might be blind, you is blind. No, you is you.
As here comes Penta. Welcome back, sir.
Absolutely. Well, I wanted to come back a bit closer to a topic you touched on, and we're very much alluding to, but we'll wait until the Penta match here.
I laugh because, yeah, you know, all that wrestling talk, and then Love is Blind. What?
Well, there's at least some people who watch wrestling that I don't know if they might be blind.
Right? Well, here comes Penta, folks. Who you taking? 89% of the chat right now going for Penta, 4 for Pete, and 7 for nobody.
Oh, I'm taking nobody out here.
It's just
Penta, I think, has to win this. Like, this will be a great match, I think. Go ahead.
I just, what is your answer to this question?
Is this channel considered part of the IWC? That is a very interesting question. I wanted to ultimately blatantly go with a fuck and no, but I think we try and provide the voice of reason amongst that. Of the actual, no, we try and think about shit logically. We try and be the median, the middle ground, the island of sanity instead of relevancy.
Oh, as we're off and running. But yes, look, what we tried to do in this channel is be the wrestling utopia. But I saw a lot of channels out there that if you objected or had a difference of opinion, you got blocked, you got pushed away, they didn't want to hear your shit. And I wanted, and I know Nick wanted, just a place for us to chill out and talk wrestling, and like we would with the brothers on the couch. Like, that's what we wanted to do. That's what we wanted to feel. If that makes us part of the IWC just because we're talking wrestling, yeah, we're kind of within the community, and we've met really good people. We have really good friends within the IWC. Right. But remember, the IWC is a fictitious thing.
I hate that term, by the
way.
Just like, I fucking hate that term.
Right? We are a part of the wrestling community, but I feel like we always wanted to kind of be the, like you said, the voice of reason, unscripted, uncensored, no bias, no obligation in any direction. Just come out and tell you guys how we feel and let you guys have a place to bring that up. So we kind of wanted to be the antithesis of a lot of what we got in the IWC.
Oh, absolutely. Literally, there's homies that we've made in the chat and everything that now I would say are lifelong friends and everything like that. There's so many people that we met doing this and everything. Christ, I was in the chat and that's how you and I met. And then we met Anthony and everything. It's been a collective of, I like that we're a congregation of, we're a traveling circus. We may not, all agree and everything, but we've at least all gotten to an understanding of, we'll at least have a discussion about it.
Absolutely. I mean, again, you and I scream at each other plenty.
Yeah, no one's fully wrong here. It's just where you have an open dialogue.
Penta 90%, Pete down up to 4, and nobody's still getting 6. So a lot of people really enjoying the introduction of Penta, Dark Penta.
Wait, so is nothing more than Penta or more than Pete Dunne right now in the poll?
Yes.
Boo. This man's right now in control and doing, like I said, he's out there hey, he's going to try and play joint manipulation and everything with me. And he's fast-paced. He's, all of this. So let me try and work joints. Let me get into this is my technique. Let me wear this guy down.
Absolutely. And again, put him on the defense and then watch Penta sell his ass off. Like, we talked a lot. I mean, you heard guys like Jimmy out there who, Penta doesn't sell. He's just doing
backstabber.
Nice. Right. But you see Penta in a different environment, and now you see his game come up. You see him selling his ass off. You see him learning how to work. I mean, not learning, but knowing how to work from under. Like, again, the professional level comes up, and he's right there with it.
Yeah, and there is still a bit of you do halfway blend your style with the WWE style. And I like too with the fact that
face plant.
Everybody go down. Everybody go down.
Right.
But I like that the matches with Penta too are all like one-sided. Like, here's Penta versus BJ Ray or anything like that. Of it's Penta versus out comes Ludwig.
Ludwig von Kaiser.
Is he trying to get Pete Dunne to be a disciple of a Gunther?
Maybe. I mean, they've been down to 2. Eichner no longer with anybody at this point. So yeah.
Enough. You are the VOR, the voice of reason.
Right. Yeah, and exactly, see money. That's the thing. Like we're obviously a part of the broader scale. I think we found a nice, comfy, cozy, loungy place in the IWC.
I don't know. Well, I would digress and say that it's not different, I would say, and not that it's a comfy, cozy of no, we're trying to actually spread the voice of logic and reason and not like to actually just go down the center pipeline here that everybody likes to say that they're on and everything versus being loyal to this side, to that side, what have you. Like, to think about it, that this channel started as an AW, or what would have been considered an AW, smart mark, diehard, channel and everything, and now gets called, WWE shows and all of that. No,
I took so much shit in the beginning for being an AW sympathizer. Wow. Did you hear that?
No, because I have a commercial.
Oh shit. Penta just popped Dunne in the side of the head.
You got to explain for the rest of us that live in the U.S.
Cross body by Penta. Ludwig still watching on the outside, folks, but make sure you get in that chat and let's go. Share this link with everybody out there. Where is Dragunov? Dragunov's still hurt.
But
we haven't mentioned him in a while.
Well, there's been the talk too that Tyler Bate might be back sooner rather than later as well. And think about it though, when Ilya gets involved, like think about how good WWE is right now and realize that they still have big guys on the shelf.
Right. As right now, Penta is on his knees, Dunne kicks him, and he slaps him in response from his knees. It's a pretty good exchange.
There you go.
And
I think, like I said, to me, if you just put this match on paper and weren't a specific fan of any company, this is a match you would want to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a solid wrestling match. And one of the things I do appreciate is how much time gets spent in the ring. It's a lost thing for me. Be in the ring. You can go outside for moments, but be in the ring is your stage. Dance on your stage, please.
Is it easier when you have a bigger stage?
Yeah, apparently.
You don't break an ankle?
Right. Oh, Penta slapping Dunne again. 2 years ago, AEW could do no wrong. I was with you, buddy. Like, literally started all of this because I wanted to counter the AEW haters, the guys like Jim Cornette.
We had a rating show that AEW Dynamite won every week. Reverse sling blade and just getting planted this man's skull.
Right. Did you ever see? Yes, I did. That was Randy's had some funny moments with people.
The best tweet I think I've ever seen for Randy Orton as Penta with a 1, 2, dos amigos, was when he was showing off like his RC, kind of like the exaggerated like RC car collection and everything. And he's like, and someone's like, what do those run on? And he's like, the ground.
Yeah, no, ridiculous.
He does like funny uncle so well.
Oh yeah. No, he's dialed in, man. Makes me laugh every time.
Thank you, Spaz, for the $20 super chat. And I've read the last few. I've read 2 that were 10 that equal up to 20, so you can read this.
All right. Want to share some love. A minute, 2.5, by the way. I'm 14 subs away from a very modest milestone on my show. So thanks for all the love I've gotten from your community. Even had some folks over on Jake's live stream as well. Big friendly hugs. Spaz, we appreciate all the love, man. I mean, again, every penny counts and helps go back into all the work we're doing. So yeah, I'm glad it works both ways, sir. So nothing but love for sure.
Absolutely. All the support goes back into the coffers because, again, we're out here having conversations with the congregation. And again, go spread the good gospel of wrestling. Go spread, send the parishioners over there. Go send some subscribers over to Spaz and everything. Help this man meet his, goals and his landmarks and everything. Of man's been showing nothing but love to us.
Right? Yeah, go do that. Go give that love. Share that love. Let's build this community up. And again, be a friend, tell a friend. Anybody you know out there that talks wrestling, let them know and bring them to the community. Bring them to the picnic. Come to the trio, bitches.
Come to the cookout. Come to the trio. Come to the trio.
We've heard such a boy. Beast was a little. Yeah, he really does. Just how can I?
He's beefing with Martha Waynes.
Yeah, right. I want to see that fly as Kaiser on the apron.
Run over his turtleneck ass. When the fuck have you ever been stopped by someone just because they look like they work at the Gap?
You're confused. Like, what is happening?
Right. I don't know. Is it a hate crime if I hit you? I don't know.
Rumor was Ely was spending a lot of time at the Performance Center as of late, but again, I never saw a photo of being him. I also heard that as well. So I think he's on his way to recovery. And I think you're in that position. Like, I mean, it's like having a star-studded team and one of the guys catches, an injury and you don't need to rush him back. If things are going well, you make sure he heals up nicely. You get him back in ring shape. And there it is. Tucks him.
That's a driver. After he throws Dunn into Ludwig. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Decent match. I enjoyed the match. I thought it was pretty good.
Solid Raw match.
That's a good way to put it. I'll accept that.
Well, it's not one of those write your mother home or anything like that. It's not a pay-per-view match or anything. It's a solid Raw match. Right. It did what it needed to do, and it was a good Raw match. It was good for ran through, honestly, the top of the hour through the first half hour. Ran through 2 segments.
Well, Penta remains unbeaten. Penta remains on a run. And he has
Ludwig jumps him.
And again, Penta Ludwig right now is quality.
It works, and now I'm wondering again. There's as Ludwig throwing at Pete Dunne. So, we're gonna get a triple threat. We're gonna get a triple threat. As Penta goes flat over the top,
holding his back.
Yeah, you gotta sell it though.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, Penta has had really good matches to where he still comes out looking very strong and still also doesn't take anything away from his opponent. Like Pete Dunne now almost looks stronger knowing that he went toe-to-toe the way he did with Penta. Like he came out looking better out of that match.
Yeah, I mean, again, solid match. A solid match. Again, wouldn't call it a barn burner, but it definitely did the trick. Building that angle. I like Ludwig because Ludwig in the shadow of Gunther, you give him some of his own stuff to get into. I'm not sure what's happening. Are you on commercial? Because they were just showing.
I have Jey Uso with Kathy Kelly.
Did you just have them showing the ring for about 15 seconds?
Yeah, they went sideways for a bit. I don't know.
Did somebody go short? Did Penta go short?
Oh, so now everyone could be mad about that now because you didn't go long.
Right? Wait till that gets reported. You heard it here first, folks, and it's complete and utter phooey.
It has as much credibility as the Wrestling Observer Awards.
Everyone backstage mad. Penta went short. Report it.
Penta's wife short. Penta's wife mad. He went short. Right.
Report that, cultaholic. You report every other bullshit that you think of. Jay is fired up. You watch this and tell me Jay can't, and I know you don't think it, but the people that say Jay can't cut a promo, this man's on fire, tears in his eyes.
He's tapped in, and it feels the Kofi mania, the Yes mania, the movement, the Zack Ryder, movement a little bit and everything. It has that natural groundswell, and especially the promo he cut after the Rumble on Raw, where everyone's like, it took him 13 minutes to say anything. Yeah, because he was trying not to fucking cry publicly.
Yeah. Well, 13 minutes just so people could dance? Yes!
Yes!
It's 11. What are we doing? What else are we here? Yes. Right? But we're getting the highlights of Bailey, who was a 0-0-0-0.
Pat out here doing his best stat analysis of, Now, see, she was eyeing up Ben Davis right over here. Right. I think her stat line was over.
It was a little over. I think, that's about it. I'm walking back home from Worth in 5-degree weather in Chicago. Well, be safe, and I'm glad we could keep you company on your walks. We like long walks in the Chicago.
I like if you like pina colada.
Right.
No, shout out. I guess I'm assuming that meant home from work, and that sucks. The big one. But
I was like, how far is Worth from Chicago? But I just let it be.
What state is Worth in, sir?
Worth, Illinois.
Yeah. But yeah, at least we're able to keep you company, help you spit hot fire. We'll keep you warm.
Right. As we're
my top 5 hot flame spitters are Dylon, and Dylon.
As we're getting a really good package for Roxanne Perez.
Oh, absolutely. Do you think Wednesday was her last match in NXT?
Maybe not her last match, but this is her transition time. Like she's all but up. I think she's going to win tonight. I think something's going to happen in the match that allows her to steal a win over Raquel. I think she gets in and slowly drifts away.
2025 is going to be Roxanne on the main roster, and her just killing it because she's already been Iron Survivor. Like she has every accolade you could already have going into this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what do you do? I mean, she's done well. She's found her groove, and I think Bailey's will be a good opponent continuing. So yeah, up next, Raquel and Roxanne.
Right. Well, you can read Jason PDSI.
You need to. I'm on something else.
Okay, I will read it then. He's saying he's new to the channel, boys. Liking it so far, sub. So absolutely appreciate it, my guys. We're on the road to 7K. We're on the road to 50 on the Twitchers and everything like that. 100%. Again, spread the good gospel of wrestling out there. You're being a bad friend. You're doing a disservice to your wrestling neighbor if you're out there spreading the good gospel of wrestling out there.
Absolutely. We appreciate it, Jason. We really do. But for those who can't see what I can see, Dakota Kai cutting a promo in the crowd right now, getting interviewed by Vic or Tom, one of them. Rox,
Todd, one of them.
Right, Kai, new champion incoming. Remember, I think you said this when I was on my pause. A lot of people felt like it was Kai's time, but then she got the little conky, and well, we'll see. Maybe it is her time.
I think it's interesting because I feel like that's a match you could have saved versus you go right into the gate with it. Like, it depends on how you feel with Ivy Nile, really, because if you had her versus Lyra, I feel like that's a clear walk-away win for Lyra. Maybe it helps boost up Ivy a bit. The Dakota-Lyra match is the match to make. But do you want to save time with it? Go ahead.
But I mean, save time. I see what you're saying for sure. I mean, I think for me, this match is going to whatever night this match ends up on. I think it's next Monday or whatever. It's going to be potentially the match of the night. Like, I think these two ladies are going to burn, but I'm okay with them getting there quickly because it's kind of an unfinished storyline out of the tournament.
Is it that, and then is it also of, well, you haven't done much with it, so you kind of need to do something like Chelsea's defended the US title a few times. Lyra hasn't defended shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I can't even counter with Hashi. Let us know out there. But yeah, no, I agree. So it gives her a real good challenge, and I mean, she might retain, but it's going to be a hell of a match.
Right.
Do we get Roxanne versus Bailey at Stand and Deliver or Mania? I think if it's going to be that weekend, Stand and Deliver.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think it's Mania.
Okay.
I don't know if by that point, if it has as much of an NXT connection that you're almost pulling it into Stand and Deliver just because Roxanne NXT.
Yeah, I mean,
I think by that point she's done enough on the main roster and been enough around the main roster that you forget how much that she's an NXT guy or gal. Sorry,
I'm surprised that 76% of the chat is going Rocks right now. I'm actually surprised by that.
I'm surprised. Have you seen the Death Riders merch from AEW?
Yes.
What in the Fruit of the Loom, con man troll job are they doing there?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get anything to do with this Death Rider stuff.
Shows that at least they put as much time into their story as they did their merch.
But the thing is, they think it's awesome. Like, that's the confusing part about it all. Is like it's they think it's great.
You ever had those kids growing up that like think that they like got one over on you and they just look a fool of like, I just hit you with a sick burn, and it's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No,
them a little bit. Like
a little bit. As right now,
I got a Creed packet. Well, I got a tag team division as Viking Raiders calling out the Creeds and all that.
It's good. I like what they're doing, because you're showing ways that, like, okay, we might not be able to put you in the ring or highlight you this week, but we're going to give the tag team division a segment, like a vignette or a pre-tape. We're going to do something to keep it moving. And it feels on both shows like tag teams mean more now than they have in a long time.
Oh, absolutely. And that's how it should be. You don't have to have everyone wrestle every week, but you do have to have something that ties everything around, like that keeps everything moving. You have to have still flowing water instead of still water.
Right.
But you don't have to have everybody wrestle every week. Like, we're not getting. Did you do the same take I just did of initially see Roxanne's player model from 2K and be like, are they doing her entrance right now?
I thought it was her.
Well, they cut right to her, so I mean, it's pretty perfect.
Tag teams definitely mean more. That looks nothing like Roxanne. Okay. Well, when I first looked up, I was like, what am I seeing?
Apparently, you need a better strain, sir.
I didn't know Raquel had her own music.
Is it her own music? I question.
Yes. It sounds like they're playing No Chance in Hell backwards. Oh, fucking hell.
I'm trying to think of, like, is instead of Raquel being Diesel, is she Petroleum? Is she, Super? I'm trying to think of, because she's not exactly Diesel, but she's still kind of doing that Diesel mode here.
Right. I don't even know where we go. She's a Hemi? Is that what we go with this? Generic music number 6. Roxanne Perez for the win. All right, well, let's see what 76% of the chat going with Roxanne. Only 24 going for Raquel. I'm shocked. You think Raquel would be the favorite?
Yeah, remember when Raquel was like women's title favorite and like NXT champion, and then Cliff meet Raquel.
Well, again, she stepped away for a while, and she plays well as that number 2. Smiley Raquel wasn't working. I've liked her being with Liv. I think she's done well with that. And being like the heavy. And right now
Yeah,
you got
I hated back flex.
back flex. Back flex. The back is back, Jack.
Right.
All right. But Raquel laying the power down on Roxanne early, folks.
Oh, as Roxanne's an 83 and Raquel is an 86 as far as the 2K25 ratings.
There you go.
Do you have any thoughts, opinions on the roster reveals, sir?
It sounds good to me.
And that is no. That is no. That is a no.
Rachel is unleaded. I got a full tank of unleaded. Why weren't they TT champs together? Who?
It wasn't Liv and Raquel. It wasn't Raquel and Roxanne. It wasn't even Raquel and Liv. No, you're thinking it was what was it? It was Emma and Raquel that were a tag team at one point. That's the only thing I can think of.
Emma and Raquel? When?
Or no, who was it? Alicia or whatever. It was, the sixth. She just won she was there for a hot minute. She won a fucking match in like record quick time. Someone knows who I'm talking about.
Dude, I lost you somewhere in this whole mess. Raquel and Liv were tag partners once upon a time, and then they circled back. Right? I think that might have been it.
I don't know.
Anyway, I haven't been impressed with Raquel Rodriguez in the ring. She hasn't done a lot.
Right.
Raquel just talking Spanish. What? Sometimes. That's your job.
Right.
She is Spanish.
Issue? Why issue?
Right. She is Spanish.
Yeah. I'm gonna find out who this tag team partner is that I was talking about.
Spanish Rachel and Liv Morgan are two-time tag champs. Yes, thank you.
Fair enough.
I don't know what the hell Nick's trying to figure out.
I'm gonna get you.
Liv is wearing Cena shorts, and we can see them. Great. But Raquel in control. Liv talking to Pat. I've been impressed with Liv outside the ring. I think Liv's been amazing. Like, I think in and out of the ring, the girl is doing her job, and she's one of the best and one of the biggest draws in the company. There's certain people out there that really do, but people pay money she's one of the people they want to see when they pay and get their ticket.
Right.
Right. Raquel has been tag champs with Aaliyah, Liv, and Dakota Kai.
That's who I'm thinking of, is Aaliyah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, see, I was trying to get there. I'm not fully space cadet here. I was getting there.
There we go. Dust yourself off and try again, my friend.
First you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Fucking hit me with the Timberland shit. Been a long time. Should have left you without a dope beat. Step two.
She beat Natalia and set the world record.
Yes, I'm Fat Checkers, help me. I'm a lazy Susan.
Finally got there. 3.17. Remember? That's why you remember. It was almost 3.16.
That's what I was thinking of. I was like 316. What?
Mm-hmm. This is another match. I found the crowd earlier tonight, and now during this match, the crowd very quiet.
Yep.
Now everybody's got the answer. Finally broke the dam here.
We broke the dam. We broke the dam of knowledge.
I'm glad we got there.
I'm glad I got there because I thought with my Google searches, I was out to fucking lunch with this.
My head wasn't going a completely different direction. So I was like, I don't know at all what we're trying to figure out.
I think she's Canadian though, too. So she was Harley Cameron before Harley Cameron.
She's from Toronto.
Yeah, my guy. I was calling out to your backyard and you're like, I don't know you.
I'm like, I don't know what you're looking for, bro. But Roxy off the ropes. Tope, little one.
Tope, little foot.
That's it. I had enough tonight. Bye. Bye, Larry.
Okay, Larry.
I don't know what happened. The crowd on NXT is better than the crowd on the main roster. More invested, I think, at times, Christopher, in a lot of ways.
Smaller, and I mean, so louder.
Yeah, but the WWE crowds have been good. This crowd seems not that boisterous.
Well, they go in between. They go in fluxes and everything. Like I would say that they were vocal for AJ Dom versus, and even Penta versus, Pete Dunne here. But that little springboard moonsault there was getting fantastic. I don't know what it is of, like, they just know of, hey, we've still got like another hour of this show, so let's like calm it down here. Let's pace ourselves.
Maybe as Big Boo from Macau, Big Boo. Aliyah, now known as Nuf Aribi,
I'm not going to trust that at all.
Destiny's World Women's Champion. There you go. We got company. Here comes Belair. Remember, they got news about the parking lot.
Now, does this show guilt or innocence?
Look, they're dressed like. Well, then why are they dressed up like Bring It On?
I'm so glad you remember the name because it's exactly what it is. Where's Reese Witherspoon? Where's Reese Witherspoon?
Reese? UGLY. You ain't got no alibi.
You ugly.
Pop
yeah, you ugly. Roxanne with a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 100%, kid. I agree with that. Good match, good way, good excuse for Raquel to take a now, and they're setting up the tag match.
Right, you popped Anthony. Yes. Now they're jumping Liv.
What were they? The Clovers?
Raquel makes the save.
Right. Bring it on. It's already been brung.
Fucking, that is such like, that is the epitome of like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. The glowing est. Glow est.
The glowest.
The glowest.
The glowest.
So the women's elimination chamber, Nick, is complete. Naomi, Liv, Alexa, Bianca, Bailey, Roxanne.
Who you picking to win?
Alexa.
Fuck. Yes.
Oh, really?
Same. Yes.
Really?
I'm interested. Whoa, you get Spooky Rhea versus Spooky Alexa and all of that, and maybe you go with the Wyatt Six. Like, I mean, the only other case I could make would be, say, like a Bianca.
Bianca's a good shout, especially with, but I think Bianca's going to have Jade issues.
But does she have Jade issues, or does Naomi have Jade issues?
I think Bianca does. I feel Bianca feels so sus.
They're both a bit sus. I mean, Christ, the accusations is a bit sus.
Right? East Compton Clovers. Let's fucking go. My youth coming back. Kirsten.
Cross.
Sami Zayn.
I'm telling you. Cross Sammy at Mania might be a thing or around it.
I like what they're doing with Karrion, that they kind of dialed back the spooky, and now he's just an angry kind of dark guy. You know what I mean?
He is, and one of my favorites of all time is Sean O'Hara.
Okay,
and him, this is very much like I said, it's that devil's advocate gimmick a bit, just as a modern twist of, I'm not out and outright going at you, but I'm going to play enough into and whisper into your ear and everything and spit venom that I'm going to twist things a bit here. I'm playing a game.
Yeah, but they kind of like, I agree with that. And I mean, not getting a lot of like the black and white vignettes where he,
Oh, yeah.
like just him talking, and he's articulate, he's strong, he comes off super confident. And again, you might be onto something. This Kerry and Sammy thing's got
Well, the
legs.
Final Testament has now reached its final resting place, I feel.
Right. I started quoting one of the cheers from the movie right away, bro.
Who's got my back? Who's got my back? Little Miss Bliss wins the chamber.
It's possible.
316. Hey, Triple H booking. He is one trick pony. At times, someone need look at the way he is booking Liv and Dom.
You mean,
will you conduct a formal investigation, 316, into it and let us know your findings?
I mean, again, he's booking Liv and Dom great. They're more over than you could ask a heel to be. They're doing phenomenally. They're getting booked wonderfully. Liv's in the chamber. Raquel's not, which is perfect. Or lives in the chamber, right? We just talked about that.
Yes.
So
actually,
we're good. What are you mad about?
Over EO, and everyone crashed out over EO not being in the chamber.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get EO versus Rhea. Is it next week or is it the week after the chamber?
Next week.
Fair enough, but yeah, everybody crashed out because Liv went over Rhea or EO in that, and so now EO's not in the chamber. So yeah, you should be winning, my guy.
Happy. He booked good.
He booked good. He booked good. He don't book bad. He booked good.
As for those who can't see, I got Ludwig right now just delivering fire. Cross is a puppet master behind the scenes of if you've been watching from the jump. He was the start of the demise. Look, Polo's with you, man. I don't give Cross that much credit.
There is this thing, though, that as soon as he showed up and when Scarlett turned the sundial that's when you started to see the bloodline actually kind of start to fall apart and be torn asunder. Now, it is a bit of giving them a little bit extra credit just because they got a sweet spot. But I don't think that there's a terrible, I like Karrion Kross right now in 2025 a lot more than I did in 2024, 2023, all of that.
And on the heels of you saying all of that, here comes AJ with Kross just can't be intriguing. All these different feuds instead of having his own feud. What kind of dumb shit is this? Why are they presenting him like this?
Oh, would you like to take that argument, sir? Or do you want me to go?
All you gotta do is rewind what we just said. I mean, listen, AJ, you're right in the sense that Kross for a long time has been booked like dog doo-doo. I give you that. I'm not disputing that. But I do feel like they've done a good job of making him feel more serious to the point now where, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, but I'm looking forward to see where he goes. Like, I want to know. I'm more than ever, that especially now that Final Testament's gone. I'm kind of intrigued by this. And if it's Sammy, well, nobody likes, at least I know MDB doesn't give a shit, but the crowd will get on Karrion for beating up Sammy. So it works.
Well, and Karrion's doing even a bit of with the social media stuff and everything of he's expounding upon a character. And that's the thing is he had a character in NXT that got the legs cut out from underneath it. And then now has been constantly trying to find himself again. Like, how are you going to hate this now when this is the guy that came back from being fucking softcore gladiator?
EO Sky vignette talking about Rhea Ripley. Killer Attacks Productions. Welcome. Hope you're doing well.
Ooh, Killer Attacks on the track.
Right? Karrion Kross is literally the demise of several groups of WWE. It's like an Easter egg. There you go. He can claim it. There's people that feel it.
Yeah.
There are other things to complain about Triple H, not just Liv and Dom. He's doing great with Liv and Dom, though.
Yes, but tell that to 316 because he feels Liv should have all the women's championships and Dom should have all the men's championships.
Liv not winning a chamber. I don't think Liv is going to win a chamber. I think been there, done that.
Yeah.
But this EO thing is interesting as shit.
Oh, absolutely. EO's one that I could see whoever wins Chamber, it still ends up being a triple threat.
It could be. I mean, again, we keep saying it. I hate it. But we keep talking about, like, maybe this is a triple threat.
I
Maybe
thought
that's
EO was going to get in and loot, like, kind of that last chance kind of match
right
into the Chamber, and that's where she would have won it here.
That is my championship. I want it back. I love this. Look how awesome they're making the EO feel right now.
Absolutely. God damn.
As the New Day in the ring.
Kofi just wearing the denim version of what Seth was wearing. And did you see that Kyrie Sane's actually training and kind of bouncing and flouncing in the rings again and everything?
Yes, I did see that today. So we're going to replay a Dragon Lee and his beef with the New Day. I don't know if they dropped the ball with Final Testament and Wyatt's, just because both of them were so cool. It might not have done anything. It might actually hurt them to fight.
Oh, it did. It did.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it cost the Wyatts any momentum, and it cost the Final Testament their jobs.
Yeah, shit. Look what happened to the Pride. They beat Karrion Kross. Yeah, then now they're in AEW. Shit. One of my favorite wrestlers, Cross Papa H. I just read what it wrote.
I make it do what it do, baby.
Yeah, I know. I agree, Richard, but I think I like it a lot. But the New Day getting booed hard. Push my favorite wrestler Cross, please, Papa H. There you go. That might make a little more sense.
There you go.
Flouncing.
Yeah, you bouncing, flouncing. The Tigger from Winnie the Pooh term that I've adopted.
Yeah, incoming Triple H. Yeah. Again, you're allowed to dislike and you're allowed to not like something, but you gotta come with facts. You gotta play the game.
But no one is also Teflon, though, either way.
No, he's not perfect. He fucked up some shit, including Karrion Kross. We haven't quite figured him out. Remember, like when Trips brought him back, he takes out Drew, and we all lose our mind, like, oh my god, this is big. He's staring down Roman Reigns. Like, what does this mean? Meant nothing. Meant nothing. And then it didn't go anywhere. We're like, all right, that's Trips. That's on Trips.
Yeah, that's you. That's you.
Thank you, MDB. Oh.
Every one of y'all has gone insane. Question: who's crashing out more, the New Day or the crowd? I guess at the New Day. Like, who's more in the wrong?
Listen. I mean, I think the New Day are eating it hard, man. I don't even know how to answer your question, but the fans are with it. Don't forget the Triple H. It's so stupid. I'm not going to get into a bugle, but it's a silly conversation.
I, as a Caucasian male, cannot comment on this and choose not to comment on this.
Facts. Moving on.
Right.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
Dave smoke rocks. Dave smoke rocks.
I like the new denim New Day.
Oh, well, Kofi's facial hair, like, just for whatever reason, it just pisses me off. Like, I don't like it. Like, I don't know which facial hair offends me more, of Kofi's or Lexus King.
Yeah, exactly. Go for King.
They both are bad in their own regards, but right. Yeah. Like, you can see, and especially because we've seen him so long with the kind of, at least the connective bridge there, that now that it's not there, it's like, ugh.
Right?
Like, I'll take Woods out here being swole as in Swolverine out here.
New Day
went from a cruiserweight to a fucking light heavyweight real quick.
Right? He's been bulking up for the moment.
Yeah.
All right, so the crowd booing them. Where's this going? Where's this going?
Hopefully somewhere fast.
Nothing. A few things haven't gone super fast tonight.
Yeah, this is this getting to you into that Pierce like uncensored? Like, all right, you've cut a promo for now going on like 5 minutes. You haven't gone anywhere with this. Where are we going here?
Well, does the New Day need to cut a 6-minute promo on Rey Mysterio?
No, you need to cut a minute and a half promo and you get cut off
running out
because LWO comes out and how dare you do this,
right.
And the New Day needs to actually be in something instead of just coming out and cutting promos.
Right. Anyone believe New Day and the Street Profits are kind of doing the same thing? Finally, says Michael Cole. We agree, Michael.
Yeah.
Finally.
Right, but we're going to get more talking. This should have been. They come out there. They show up a minute and a half of we took out Ray. Bam. Dragon Lee sits there and takes out, Kofi Kingston, everything like that. And then there you go. Then you can have, the LWO standing tall, cut a promo, and you build the fucking story versus this bullshit that's taking 10 minutes.
Uh-huh. Dragon Lee cutting a promo, by the way.
Yes, sir.
All right. Here comes LeBeau.
So again, now you look stupid because you're running at the heels right in their face, and now technically you're kind of the heels because you have the advantage. What?
Well, they don't look stupid. They got 3-on-2. They're gonna go shut these guys up. So
that's what I'm saying. Well, then you look like the fucking heel. You have the numbers advantage.
It's not often that the good guys have the numbers advantage, but maybe this means the New Day needs a friend.
Oh. Well, they
ran away.
The other one's got a broken neck.
Maybe they need a new friend.
Omos.
Omos would be awesome. Except, visually it would be funny.
Right. Omos standing. Dragon Lee stepping up to Omos, just like, all right, we're going to do this.
Right. New Day sucks. Kofi had a legitimate point. Ray did leave for Lucha Underground, if not mistaken. And can we steer the ship back in the comments, please? Okay. The first half. He did leave, but didn't go to Lucha Underground for a while.
Mm-hmm.
These goobers. IWO.
Michael Cole is going to be on Impulsive.
Who?
Michael Cole is going to be on Logan Paul's podcast.
New Day getting stomped out. They might need backup. That's what I feel like's happening there.
Right. As we're getting hype up for next week of Lyra versus Dakota for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Right. Oh, there you go.
Next Monday, the Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. Bianca and Naomi defending against Liv and Raquel.
There you go. Big match. Big match.
Right.
Lyra versus Dakota rematch. Let's go.
I got Bianca and Naomi walking backstage.
Right.
When did Kathy Kelly start rocking the glasses, by the way?
I don't know, but I'm in.
Fun question.
Asking for a friend.
Questioning minds want to know. Questioning minds want to know.
Why are y'all putting so much on Triple H being at his mother? I don't know who has. We haven't even talked about it. We try and keep the politics out of all this shit. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's somehow this weird angle in 2025 where if somebody does something you don't like, it means like your wrestling show sucks. Somehow it equates to WWE's bad. So it's just dumb shit. Let it go. He just supported his, wife's mom.
Right, for the same people that can separate artists from this and that are the same people that should be able to separate a wrestling company from this and that.
It's so weird. So weird. Just like
I,
finding reasons to be bitter.
but again, we talked about earlier of obviously ring sizes, etc. They find reasons to be mad about shit, and now on the other side, you're just finding reasons to be mad about shit.
As ladies and gentlemen, we are hitting the main event of the show. As
an hour,
half an hour? Oh no,
yeah, an hour.
Half an hour.
Well,
half an hour.
Fair enough. Yeah, normally at times it goes 2.5. I was instantly going into the SmackDown mode of like, oh, an hour.
Yeah, no, they're gonna get 30 minutes solid plus probably some side angle shit. So yeah, hold on, folks. We're in the main event spot. Get your predictions in. Let your vote be heard. Who you taking? Seth Rollins or our buddy Finn Balor?
Right. Who you got, sir?
Seth. I think Seth getting in adds to the story overall. I just don't know where you go with Finn, but I'm not really that worried about it. Seth.
I can fully see exactly where you're going with it and say you get into Chamber and that's where Roman pops in and he just spears the sugar honey iced tea out of Seth and everything, and or even screws over Seth and Punk. I just, for the sake of being the contrarian and for the whole, Finn was supposed to get a push at some point, remember? I'll go, or Finn, sorry, is what I was trying to say. I'll go Finn with this.
You gonna go Finn?
Could it be somebody interferes, whether it's not even if it's a Roman, if it's a Punk, if it's a what have yous, if somebody debuts the Judgment Day and, helps Finn, get in there. Either way is a really interesting option, but I would be contrarian and I'll go Finn.
I like Finn. I think part of my hesitation in picking Finn is somebody said it tonight. Like if Raquel didn't get the win tonight, who else? Somebody else missed the win tonight. But if they go 0-3, Dom didn't get the win tonight. So if they go 0-3, does it add to their need for a new member? Does it add to their demise? Does it add to the issues? So yeah, I'm going Seth.
Fair enough. I mean, again, can make the 100% an argument as to why he should and has already planned to be the winner and everything.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
To me, the only way Seth doesn't go into Chamber is if somebody he's going to fight stops him from going into Chamber.
Now the question is it Punk? Is it Roman?
I don't know.
Yeah, like I wonder if it's Roman now. Are you able to expound upon that and not have it run dry before Mania?
I think so. I think at this juncture, whatever you kick off, you can run it.
Okay.
You should be able to run it.
Yeah, 2 months.
Yeah, it's not super long. So I think they can pull it off. I think they'll be okay. Space it out, vignettes, different segments, promos, all that fun stuff. Give us a contract signing, whatever. Keep us busy.
Right. Well, MDB, speaking of keeping busy, they're selling pecan stickers now. Why?
Ooh. Why not?
Now, for you, is it pecan or is it pecan?
Pecan.
Fair enough. All right.
Is it bagel or bagel?
With that, because to some people it's pecan.
Is it bagel or bagel?
Bagel.
Bagel, my man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Get Aleister Black at WrestleMania or before. Listen, on my theory with Aleister Black, and I don't think I'm going to get my wish, but if I was fantasy booking, I think it'd be cool to kind of like have the teasers. Remember when Undertaker was gone for a while? When he'd come back, you'd all of a sudden like we get like phantom lights out and little weird clips, and I would almost do that. And
yeah,
like,
you mean Bray and Wyatt Six and
Yeah,
like I think
right
we've
like
already
that.
been through
You got it
all of
perfect.
this. Like we've
No.
done the whole viral marketing shit.
No barcodes, no nothing. He's just fucking with somebody. I don't care who it is. Just have him week in and week out fuck with somebody until he was revealed.
Oh, you're telling me you don't want like the lights cut out and then we just get and then we're just teasing like
Right.
note by note into
Let's go. Does Nero join Judgment Day?
Nero?
Like
Miro?
De Niro?
Brother Nero?
Sitting or standing? What?
What?
Yeah, I have no idea where
Yeah.
that was going.
Who the fuck wants to stand over a sit?
Is it caramel or caramel? I think this one's interchangeable. Caramel. Caramel.
Isn't that, no one says caramel unless you're trying to sound more important than you really are.
Can I get a caramel sundae?
Yeah, everyone got a slur when they talk a little bit. Can I get some
Right?
caramel?
It's
Like,
caramel.
is it nougat or is it
Tad Nugent?
Tad Nugent? Is it a nugget? Is it a silicon nugget? Yeah.
Right? As we are off and running, Finn wasting no time. The ref trying to get control here. 82% of the chat going Finn.
Hey, it's our little buddy there. What is it? Oregano is the referee. We got a little season out here. But yeah, this is a rematch of deciding your first ever Universal World Champion out here. That if it wasn't for a buckle bump, Finn Balor's WWE career might have gone a whole different avenue.
Right. Seth versus Finn, a tale as old as time. There goes some history here for sure. It's caramel, not caramel. Wait.
I like that we're trying to interpret it through text and everything, which is just we're reading it how we interpret it, how we see it.
Remember, folks, unscripted and live, clearly.
Yeah. Got that caramel THC drip going on in my brain right now.
Right. How you feeling about Harley Cameron lately? I'm feeling like the girl deserves better. I feel like Willow, like Statlander, like Mina. There's a long list of women that deserve better who are just getting steamrolled by Sasha Banks. It's unfortunate for everybody.
Is it crazy that one of the like three big takeaways out of Grand Slam is the shot of Harley with the puppet coming out from the side of the ring?
Right. As Finn down, Seth down, but Finn in control.
I like MDB. I love how nobody gave Seth Rollins the Nia Jax treatment after he hurt Sting and Finn Balor.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, no one talks about his unsafetyness. Yeah, I made that up. Deal with it.
I'm gonna move on from what you said and go into is it tomato or tomato?
Nobody on the planet says tomato, so get out of here.
You don't say a boot?
No.
I like a tomato. Tomato sauce, eh?
Right. Irish whipping in the corner. Big Boo coming out.
Right. And again, I know we joked about they normally end still within 20 minutes or could go all the way to an hour plus here. But this theoretically is a match that if they really want to let these guys go, could fill the space no matter what they're given.
100%. They're going to let them. And again, important matches get time to cook. So again, like they're giving them a big window. We still, just under 20 minutes on the clock still. So we got a lot of show to fill.
Facts.
Chunk of it anyway.
Little bit of a tope concerto.
This is the 19th time these gentlemen have wrestled each other. There you go. Sup, Nick?
Hi.
Come here,
Cassie, your mom. Cassie's mom has got it going on.
Harley got robbed. She did. It's heartbreaking. I hope they run it back at Revolution.
Sorry, I gotta click on this one. Is it Aaron or Aaron? You done fucked up now, Aaron.
It's Aaron 100%. Sling
He
blade.
is always and will ever be Aaron.
Right. Oh, goes low. Drop kick to the leg.
That's when you see someone slide in the second with their fucking legs up of just hoping to take out the second baseman or the shortstop of like,
Right.
I'm gonna trip you the fuck up right now.
Should I read this before I
working Ben's legs here of this negates the shotgun drop kick, this negates the coup de Gracie, this negates a bit the sling blade
and
neutralizing the offense.
Taking turns. Spaz, $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. If you wanted to mess with an ex, would you rather steal the pillow and leave the case or toast all the bread and put them back in the bread bag? Also, dude, Spaz. Spaz.
I don't want to mess with DMX. He's got pimples and shit and everything like that. He comes out, dun, dun, dun. You hear Batman and Jay-Z saying his stage performance. I don't want to mess with DMX. I love DMX.
The best advice I can give anybody that can hear me right now: do not prank your exes. Just let them go. Let them go. It's less paperwork.
That's how you end up in court. That's how you end up in court. That's how you end up in court.
You trying to explain to the officer, you just playing.
I'm just fucking around. I guess I found out.
But Finn, body check.
Oh.
Why didn't we go live for Ring of Honor Australia? Because nobody knew what was happening, including Australia.
Did they go live for it?
So yeah, they didn't either.
Did we?
CM Punk chance breakout.
Oh, Finn just stomping on the spinal column of Seth.
Oregano having words with Finn Balor, who's on the apron. Oh, big catch. Action continues to go back and forth, folks.
Oh. That table will not break for anybody. Like, you have to be like 205 and above for that table even to start to buckle for you.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just a fucking rock on a fucking lily pad with that shit.
It's too funny. KJ
Vince hopping around. I don't know if he messed up his knee, what have you, but yeah.
Right. We have no idea, Christian. I think he's happily married, so I'm sure he had a great Valentine's Day.
I mean, if you want to DM him, I can't stop you, but yeah, I strongly wouldn't think that that's going to work out for you.
Oh,
yo,
Seth eating the stairs. Ricky might actually have me watch NXT. I don't have time for to watch. Listen, it's not easy, kid. It's not easy. Stop, drop, shut him down, open up, stop. Whoa.
Oh, I don't give up about you. Yeah, no. Oh, NXT 100% has Jordan Grace, who just showed up at Vengeance Day, eyeing down both new women's title holders and everything. Ricky Starks is signing his contract. Eddie Thorpe goes over Trick Williams, which is interesting. Obafemi just molly-whopping anybody in sight here. So NXT is very much staking its claim of it is still under the WWE umbrella, but as a second or a third brand here.
Right. Oh, Seth just beats the count. KJ, will someone ever break the announce table? The new tables are strong. The new tables are constructed differently.
Jacob Fatu's even been huck to it over him. He even didn't break them.
Right. My next relationship got to be as strong as the announce table.
I think the most recent person who broke it was Oba when he fucking slammed, what was it, Waller through it.
Yeah.
He did a little spin out power slam through it and everything.
Mm-hmm. As Finn working Seth.
That's cool. I got Drew versus Kofi in a cricket commercial.
Oh, that's right. But so right now, Finn's got Seth hooked up on the ropes and just punched him in the gut.
I
Both
can't
men
wait
battle.
to see this 2.0 Shield attack next. Yeah, that's another thing too as well.
Mhm.
How do you feel about this? They showed up twice.
Yep.
I feel like both times were a little slop jalop, but yeah.
You felt like it was sloppy? I didn't see anything that was.
You sat there. I could tell who was in the first attack because their mask fell down and they proceeded to try and pull it up over
The
their
one
fucking head
guy's
and went over their
mask,
eyes.
the one guy's mask was a little slippy and not sloppy. I thought they came in, they
Yes,
killed it.
that is
Okay,
literally the definition
that
of
is.
sloppy.
Were you not the one saying that the talking about the wrestling rings was being nitpicky, but the bandana sliding while he's doing wrestling moves is not nitpicky?
Well, my name is Nikki, and I might be tricky, but yeah, no,
No, I think they did good. I think they came in and made an impression. I like the teases. Again, we don't know who they are, so it's up to them to build this. But it is a nice first impression. They went after tag champs and the world champ all in one swing. So, some people wondering if Ricky's the leader of this group. No, I don't imagine that at all. But I thought they did perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with this group coming in and debuting.
So, does it feel strong? Are
I think
you
so.
fully behind it? Okay, it doesn't feel
Yeah, it feels strong.
retribution-y, no nothing,
No,
no.
they weren't like hacking into the system or anything. They showed up and beat the shit out of the champions. I don't see any kind of problem with that at all.
I feel like I haven't seen enough to be fully mad at. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think sometimes people forget like some of the good wrestlers that we see now on a regular that are stars that they had to debut somewhere. Like they began from the beginning. Like when certain groups, the Shield, the Wyatts, whoever, when they first popped up, we were like, who are these guys? That's all this group is they came out, they took out the tag champs, they took out Oba. Now on Tuesday, they tell us a little more of why. Who are they? What are they doing? I think it's a great debut. I got no problem with it.
Fair. I think it was an all right one. I want to see how they follow up.
Absolutely.
The follow up is the make or break.
Right. Well, yeah, no, I think at minimum, I'm curious because like I think it was Jose. They went after Oba. So who is Dion Lennox going to go after Oba?
So he's gonna smash the shit out of 5 people all in one match.
Maybe. Again, how do you humanize Oba? You give him a guy that has the backing of 4 friends. Whoa!
Fair.
Under.
What is Tony D'Angelo?
Oh, swipe through.
Oh.
Tony D beat him for the championship for that reason.
Right. Step up Enziguri, Braden saying KJ and Nick, or should I say the YouTube tag team champions?
Let's go. Let's go.
Absolutely. Slippy or sloppy?
Slippy or sloppy?
Finn wears Nikes.
Yes, he do. Both men down. Both men not feeling so good right now. Finn holding that leg.
All right, you can play marriage counselor to Jose over here.
I tried to make the same explanation to my girl about the psychology of wrestling and how everyone has to start at the bottom and work their way up. Yeah, that's what a debut is. Like, we don't know you. Now, again, are they going to be amazing? We don't know. Like, we the same thing when Rollins and Roman and Moxley come out of the crowd. When we first saw them, we were just confused. Who are these guys? Are they going to be good?
But now context is king. Are you saying this on Valentine's Day in the bedroom of, hey, everyone starts at the bottom and works their way up?
You got to go somewhere. You got to go somewhere, bro. But 1, 2.
1, 2. As the Fireflies, by the way, are out.
Yeah, really interesting, right?
Yeah.
This is our purse. We don't know you.
Yes. Well, Dad, what if someone asks for their steak well done? Well, we politely ask them to leave.
As the crowd breaks into Rollins' song. Still over as shit. Like the number of people that are over in this company right now is almost insane.
Well, and it's amazing to me more on the aspect of how many people can ride the thunder, can ride the lightning of that gray area. Can at a dime be viewed as a heel or a baby face? Braun's there, Seth's there, maybe Drew's a bit there.
Oh no, not that. Buckle bomb.
Buckle bomb. That the last time you did this, it did go well.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Right. Seth
Up he goes.
Bro, with the dyed hair, he's straight up. Oh,
rolls through.
1, 2.
Good match. We're rolling.
Seth straight up out here looking like he's got the lion mane with the fucking dyed hair and everything.
I think
it reminds me of the main event of that was literally our who's on first, what's on second.
Main event. I hate Seth, but his music is fun to sing at a show. Absolutely. I love a new group like Nexus, Shield, etc. TJ, valid. I'm surprised we didn't get Kumbaya, my lord. What?
Smoke the weed.
Pass the Dutchie on the
left hand side. That's my Kumbaya.
Great match. I like Seth. Let's go. Big kick to the leg.
Do you have anyone's music or theme or whatever that you like that you don't like them at, like as a wrestler, but I dig their theme song?
That's a good question.
I tried to find one.
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody that stands out.
Fair enough. Well, Seth biting Finn.
I wonder what the crowd chat. Let us know. Joe Hendry. No, I like the wrestler and the song. Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
It's a good question. You got anybody?
Baron Corbin was for the longest time that example for me of when he was Constable Corbin, everything.
Right.
But still, he had for the longest time one of the best songs.
Sharpshooter.
Whoa.
Sharpshooter. The crowd pops for it.
Crawl, Finn, crawl. I want to see Finn Balor. There you go.
Oh,
you're right fucking there.
Oh, wait. Pedigree.
1, 2, 3. 2.
Oh, that's a 3. Come on.
I literally started to say 3 as he kicked out.
The crowd booing oregano.
Yeah, but still, we said this of this match, regardless, on paper, is a fantastic match.
Yeah.
And it's fitting that oregano's reffing it because this just might have a little bit of extra season, a little extra seasoning.
Ref, you suck chance breakout.
He don't suck at a spray tan. I can tell you that. He's got a better spray tan than MJF and Adam Cole combined.
Less blotchy for sure.
This is a banger.
It's been good.
Looks like he's a bouncer at the Jersey Shore house.
Right. Seth never wins with the pedigree fact. That was the best 2 count ever. As he tells Oregano to suck it.
But that was literally, I was in a 3 count, and it turned out to be a 2.
He touched me. It was close.
That was 2 9 3/4.
Right?
Finn going kick to the huevos, kick to the chest, stop him.
We all want the replay.
Which was more controversial, that 3 count or the Bills first down?
No, that was on Finn. Yeah, I guess a little bit.
If it was on Finn, it was fucking phenomenal. This man literally went until the absolute last second. Right. Oh, we're gonna get the soup. Oh,
shit!
Oh! I thought we were getting the super Falcon Arrow, and instead we got Seth just teabagged himself on the top turnbuckle.
That's up the coup de grace.
Oh,
Holding the leg. Is he gonna do it?
1, 2,
Ah,
2, 1,
no!
2. Put face lock
Cross face, cross face.
This is so good. This is a pay-per-view match.
That would look nasty. That would look rude.
Yeah, we roll. Oh,
Stop.
Stop. Shut him down. Open up shop. Oh, no. Seth got the 1, 2,
It's
3.
over. What a banger. Hell of a match.
Oh, good.
That was good. It was good. This is absolutely good. Wow.
Oh, I need a cigarette.
It literally just upped my overall feel for the whole show.
Oh, 100%. 100. I'm right there with you. Absolutely.
Hell of a match. I thought Finn had him.
That was the closest. That was 2 9 3/4. And then to sit there and for everybody that gets all hot and bothered over, run through, drop down, miss the clothesline, run back through over, miss the clothesline back again and everything.
And dude, so now the men's elimination chamber official, Logan Paul, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, who am I missing on this list? John Cena and Logan Paul. I think I might have said him twice.
Yeah, but still, that's stacked. But for everybody that's out there of like, oh, could you see this sequence of they just hit literally just duck, dive, and dodge and everything versus this that you have a backslide that falls into this, and then Finn hits the coup de grace, which then ends up all the way into a fucking stomp and everything, then ends the match. That's a fucking sequence, not Cirque du Soleil.
That's all 6 men for the chamber, all 6 ladies for the chamber. The chambers are stacked. They're ready to go. And they're full of big, big names as we look to be going off the air here tonight. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor burn it down. I mean, Finn Balor is creatively worthless in WWE. I don't agree with that at all.
No. Sorry. Well, here's the thing is the fact that we're that upset at that fact that he lost that match already means he carries weight.
Yeah, I mean, again, and I think we talked about the idea that Judgment Day was going to go 0-3 tonight, and it just sets up.
Surprisingly, they didn't.
They did go 0-3, didn't they?
Yes, that's why I said surprisingly.
Oh, I think you said surprisingly they didn't. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I said surprisingly they did.
So the idea that they go 0-3 tonight and it just adds to the issues, the internal fighting on the Judgment Day works for me very well. So I kind of thought that might happen tonight. Their backstage segment set it up of everyone's kind of catty and uncomfortable with each other. So yeah, for my money, ultimately, Finn's great. Finn will be fine. Finn's done really well, and getting him out of Judgment Day is more important than getting him into the chamber right now.
Well, and you had every second of that match at the end there that you thought he could have won it and everything like that. Like 100%. We might not be Wu-Tang with 36 chambers, but we at least got 2 chambers loaded, my guy.
Right. Yeah, no, 100%. You're not wrong at all. But ladies and gentlemen, we will take your ratings out of 10 on the show. How did you feel about it tonight? What did you like? What didn't you like? And Nick will hang around. Nick and I will hang around for a couple more and just see what you guys have to say. But we got 7, 8, 8,
Do you
9.
like that now we've got, you kind of even alluded to it earlier of when I was like, oh, they've still got an hour. You're like, no, more like a half hour. Of now we're getting consistently more Raw is like 2.5 hours.
The 2.5 hours seems to have. Yeah, the 2.5 seems to be their sweet spot with this, and I think it's ideal. It's so crazy, but that half an hour to me makes a big difference in my whole attention span.
Well, and it's also because it's so ambiguous in the sense of that it's not an overrun and it's not fully an underrun because they didn't say it was going to be a 3-hour show. So you don't know if it's going to go 2:15, 2:30, 2:59, what have you.
Right. Absolutely. No, I like it. I like the flex here. And 2.5 hours seems spot on. Good energy again, and you gave them 25 minutes strong to do their thing, and they earned it. No run-ins, no extra people. Didn't have to put a hat on a hat on a hat. You just let two guys get in the ring and bang, pause.
Facts.
But again, at the end of the day, where other companies say this is where the best wrestler, or the critics out there that say that WWE is the soap opera or the stories, and AEW's the better matches. Well, let's see if we can get a better match on Wednesday than we did just now.
Hard pressed.
8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. That group is going to break up soon. If they wanted to push Finn Balor to the main event, they can at any time. 100%. They can instantly pivot that. And he's right there. 8. And again, that match being the way the match is, you guys got to understand, like, Finn doesn't lose a whole lot of clout to the fans abroad, the wide fan base, because he looks so good in the match.
Keep it a buck. Finn Balor was not really, honestly, for a while going into this match, deemed at that point or viewed or booked on that caliber as a Seth Rollins, as somebody that would be in that chamber. As much as the hardcore fans may know it, he wasn't booked anywhere near that.
No.
This corrected any sort of wrong you might have had with Finn. Everything of Finn looks like a star, as much, if not more, than Seth coming out of this, because of he was that close. I had you. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, but I had you, my guy.
Right. And again, him losing to Seth, who arguably one of the
former world champion, recent former world champion.
Yeah, a guy that's going to go down as one of the best of this generation. So, a hell of a match. 8 out of 10, solid. 9 easy. 8. 8. WWE Raw tonight was an 8 out of 10. Wow. We'll skip that one. Member for 6 months. There you go. 5-time champ, wrestling for life. Everyone else. Hashtag knee pads. Knee pad patrol with another predictions belt. 9. Bum. Sweet spot. We agree. 8 out of 10. 7.5. 7.5. See, I was going 7.5. I understand the 7.5 is solid. I think I'm going to give it an 8. I think the main event gets a little bit extra love from me. I thought the show okay. I thought it was a good show, not a great show. There was stuff I really liked, but I felt there was a little bit of a lull. Like, it wasn't the strongest of Raws from start to finish. But then the main event, you get a half an hour of the show, such a big chunk of your show, that solid, you have to give it love. So I'm good with an 8.
Was this your weakest Raw so far on Netflix?
Again, it's funny because maybe without this main event, it might have been the weakest one. I think overall, maybe it was a softer one. And like I said, weak wasn't the right word, because I did like it. I mean, there was just a couple things that were too long. And I didn't need, I didn't need 8 minutes of the New Day talking about Rey Mysterio. We get it. Bring out Dragon League quicker. Yeah, always entertaining. Great show. Thank you, Jose. We appreciate the love and the super chat. Yeah, I mean, again, I was kind of like 7.5. But that main event, again, that's a quarter of your show that cooked.
Can I say 7.5 without getting crucified like I did on Saturday for saying 7.5?
I understand a 7.5. I mean, I was a 7.5.
I don't know. I started with a 7.5 to explain how I got to a higher score and got crucified.
Listen, as long as the 7.5 makes sense. You can't have a killer show that you give a 7 to and not catch some, some bullets.
I didn't, though. That's the thing, is I didn't.
It's okay if you didn't like it. It's okay.
Shut up. God. But I will give, I'm with you to a T, step, lock, and toe, and that's not because I don't want to get angry comments, but I do honestly agree with you of the main event really carried. Was, if there's a thing to go back and watch from tonight's Raw, it's the main event. That was a 7.5 show going into the main event, and it came out 8. It was an Andy Dufresne of a show. It trucked through a mile of shit to come out smelling like roses on the end.
Right. Nick, that 7 was weak, and you know it.
I didn't give it a 7. I didn't even say 7. I said 7.5, 7.75. I gave it an 8 to your 9. And
I gave it a 9. You gave it a 7. It was upsetting.
I didn't.
The main event was my match of the night by far. But yeah, I mean, again, it really stood out. I think there was a couple decent matches earlier in the night. But again, when you give a half an hour to 2 main eventers like Finn and Seth, they showed up, showed out, delivered, and that's my bonus mark. So yeah, I felt the same thing you did. 7, 7.5, leading into the main event. The main event gets some love, but yeah, I mean, again, I thought it was a solid show, not a spectacular show, which we know there's going to be some of those lulls in there. But that main event cooked, bro.
But that shows the chambers that they have, literally, that the main event can carry that show like to a full, like, again, I've said it, out of the 3 hours, 2.5 hours that was Monday Night Raw this week, make sure if you didn't watch it, go take time out of your day, watch the main event. Like, you can still have those moments that you can just pull out of a hat that are going to be can't miss.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I mean, again, I completely agree with that. But folks, that is Raw. That is the show. Pretty solid one overall. We continue to build towards chambers. Both chambers are now full, and we got more coming your way. We're back at it tomorrow night for NXT. We will get a tag match between Zolrukia, but that's what I'm calling them. Action and Lash and Jackson as well. Ricky Stark's going to sign his contract, and a whole lot more. The fallout from Vengeance Day, and then again all week long for all your favorite wrestling. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out all of our content below. But that's it, my guy. I mean, again, WWE cooking. WrestleMania season is heating up, and we definitely have the chamber to look forward to now.
Oh, absolutely. And think about it. We're that invested on Monday Night Raw. I don't know who could win it and can make a case either way. I don't know if I want to say I get why everyone's mad that they can't figure out WrestleMania. It's just I don't know it now, so I need to be mad. It's like, no,
I don't
this
get
is
that.
Good. Everything's great.
Right.
There's all the options.
I like that. Saruka. There we go. Good night. Raw is an A. Let's go. Wrestling for Life over everybody. We appreciate the love. But that's it, folks. Come back tomorrow. So yes, I almost got there. But no, good night to everybody. We appreciate all the love and support. Remember, be a friend, tell a friend, click all our links, follow all our social, and stay up to date on all the latest from the Wrestling for Life Network. But that's it, my guy. Back at it like a jackrabbit.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. What are you talking about? That rest of you, but that for life with it.
See you on the flip side. Come back tomorrow, folks. Good night.